Hello friends, welcome back to another stupid video of playing with. I'm playing with today with my friend Josh again. Say hello, Josh.
Hello.
It fucking took us 2 hours to start up this video. I'm going to explain what happened. First, I forgot to download Prototype 2 because it doesn't run too good on Steam. And I forgot I deleted it because I was mad one day. Second, we started talking about some of the topics beforehand, then we got sidetracked into stupid shit. We got that out of the way, I hope. So, let's get to this. The game we're playing today is Prototype 2. Really good game.
Yeah, for the time.
Yeah, really good game for the time. Very good game. Very good series until Activision decided it didn't make enough money.
Yeah.
Yeah. Apparently it did well, but not Call of Duty numbers. It was made by Radical Entertainment. Same group pretty much did, what was it, Hulk Ultimate Destruction? I got it there on the shelf.
Yeah, I think so.
It should be in the GameCube section.
It was that weird Hulk video game that came out.
Yeah, it was pretty much Hulk of the same game. Fun stuff. I wish there would be a Prototype 3, but it doesn't seem like Activision cares about doing that, since they've kind of
Pumped all their money into Call of Duty.
That too, and also peacefully blew the head off of Radical Entertainment, so this is probably never happening. Like they do with every other good studio that isn't Call of Duty based. Anyway, let us start. Yes, I don't even remember how far we got. Easy mode. So, before we get into the topics, the one that is the most important to discuss for its time, Prototype or Infamous?
I played them both. Liked them both. They're basically the
You're
same kind of
a
game.
fucking madman.
It's the same kind of game.
No,
Same
it's
plan.
not.
You play a character who gains his powers mysteriously and randomly.
One is bad and one is good.
Technically, you could say Alex was good.
No, I'm talking about the game. Infamous is bad.
I liked it.
You're fucking weird.
I played both of them.
I've
And the DLC.
I like the DLC for Infamous 2. Like the
Ending
vampire
kinda
stuff.
weird, but yeah.
Yeah. Like my issue with Infamous, and it's fine if you like Infamous. I don't care. Personally, I fucking hate the game. Like the issue I have is there's no good way of zooming through the city. Like Prototype, you can just fly everywhere pretty much.
Well, there is, but it requires you to be an asshole.
What is it?
The evil powers are actually been proven to be better overall than the good powers.
That
and
is
you
so
basically get
lame.
Fucked over with
That
the
is
good
so
powers.
lame. I hate that in video games. That's another thing, was the good and bad choices. Like some of the choices I made, I did not feel like they were super evil bad. And like all games, I think to suck Yahtzee's dick, in his zero punctuation review, he talked about fucking why these types of morality, good and bad suck, because if you want to go down the middle road, you get jack shit for the ending. So that's my issue with Infamous. Bad shit's happening in New York. Oh my god. I love Prototype also because I also like Resident Evil type stuff with viruses, and it's cool. It's fun.
Those were really fun games to just waste time dicking around in.
Yes. Prototype 2. Dead air. Because I just lost my train of thought. But,
There's a planned train of thought here.
I thought I had something set when I started this. Yeah, we got that out of the way. We're split. People who eventually watch this video, the one person, comment which one you like. Infamous, Prototype, or both, if you want to be that weird person who likes both. I don't know. I'm being real hostile for some reason. It's probably because some of the stuff we'll be talking about here in a little bit. But, yeah, really, if you like both games, cool. I don't know. My preference is Prototype. So, with that very important topic out of the way, let's go back to what we should have done, since we're ripping off Let's Drown Out. Have you seen anything lately?
No. I've worked and gone home and played games.
Okay, yeah, I feel that. Read anything new?
Nope.
done anything interesting with your life?
Been playing Fallout
Which one?
76.
Oh, how's that?
It's good for...
Acting like we have not talked about that for an hour already.
Like I said earlier, I mean, I've had a lot of fun with it. There are the bugs with it. It's just what we've come to expect from Bethesda. It is drastically worse than this one. I'm not trying to downplay that at all. But I've had fun just playing it, running through everything, killing things, and just playing music in the background or podcasts. Just
Since it's drastically worse than Fallout 4, and I already hate Fallout series for some reason. I like the Elder Scrolls series, but I just cannot do Fallout for some reason.
okay, so then what do you think about the new Far Cry?
Wait, what?
The new Far Cry game coming out. Have you played Far Cry 5?
No. After 3, I was like, I'm not going to do anything anymore.
So, spoiler warning for anyone who actually cares.
I don't care, I'm not going to play it.
Far Cry 5 ends in either the good or bad ending. The fucking world gets nuked.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
And the new Far Cry that's coming out is a continuation of that. It's called Far Cry Apocalypse.
Okay.
And the new video just came out, I think,
so
tonight. It's the Video Game Awards. So it's,
yeah.
I haven't seen it yet.
Get your fucking phone off the table.
It's on silent.
Yeah, but you just put it down near the mic. Damn it. I just realized that. Fuck. Anyway. I don't know. That seems kind of interesting. Like a Far Cry Fallout seems cool.
Pretty much is what it looks like so far from what I've seen. I haven't, like I said, I haven't watched the new trailer.
I just heard about it just now. Red Bird. Okay, I guess. Yeah, anything else you want to say about 76? Soldier 76 from Overwatch?
If you like games that are just grinding and loot based, like basically how Diablo is, and don't mind just wandering around aimlessly, you can have a lot of fun in it.
Oh, personally, it doesn't pique my interest. It did originally, but with all the bad stuff that's been going on for it, I don't.
They finally started getting on top of things and trying to patch it, and we'll see where it goes.
That's what I hate about games nowadays. Like, oh yeah, we'll eventually get.
Yeah, they launch things fucked up, and they're like, oh yeah, well we should actually fix that because we didn't think it would be an issue.
Or they didn't have enough time, I guess. Alex Mercer being a badass. Coughing off the side. Hopefully that didn't. That sounded bad on the recording, probably. But well, I've been doing interesting stuff with my life. I have you know.
Doesn't take much to be more interesting to me.
No, not really. As for reading stuff, for me, I finally read Dark Knight Returns. Meh. I'm very negative right now. That's so funny. Like, I thought it was interesting, but to me there's just too much bad stuff that happens in the comic.
Well, I mean,
and that was the point, but it seemed like I understand that everything's gone to shit. Let's move it on with like Batman like going completely nuts. Speaking of going completely nuts, here's Alex Mercer. I can't really remember. I need to replay this game and the first one.
What?
Prototype.
No, like, what were you saying you can't remember?
Like I can't really remember like the story of the first one for Prototype. We're jumping around everywhere.
Basically, Alex was a scientist working at the place that was studying
the
virus,
and
then
infected,
he got infected. Well, you thought it was accidentally, but turns out he actually did it on purpose and started the outbreak at the subway station.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah.
For the what was the Neo cause or whatever the crap they were doing.
Black Watch.
Yeah.
And this one, Alex Mercer is back in New York City, fucking around, with the new version of the virus, I guess. Speaking of viruses, segue, movie I watched, Overlord.
Oh yeah, I've been wanting to watch
fucking awesome movie. If you're looking for a zombie movie, I would not recommend it because they kind of don't show up until like the last couple minutes. But it is just a good, solid movie. In my opinion, think if it was like a weird, one-off Resident Evil movie, I think that would actually work because there's a few things that happens that kind of happens in the Resident Evil games. I'm not going to spoil it. I'll just leave it at that. But it's a great movie. Suggest you watch it. Sorry, I was busy looking in the background. We tested this out before. There's a lot of issues we had with this fucking game. Making sure nothing weird was going on. Just hopping around with my big ass Bowie knife or whatever. What did you call it last time?
It's a pig sticker.
Yeah, whatever. Yeah. Freaking Heller being a bad motherfucker. I don't mind Heller. People were kind of pissed that you didn't get to play as Alex Mercer.
Well, I mean, at that point, what would they have been able to do? They would have had to have done the way it didn't. The one thing I didn't like about Infamous 2, where your powers are mysteriously gone.
I do hate that. Yeah, I hate that in video games.
If you played as Alex Mercer in this game, that's what they would have had to have done, because where else can you go?
Well, they did that in the first game too. Like, they started you off with all the powers because it took place.
A flashback.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Then you went back to like 2 days prior or some shit like that.
Yeah, but they would have had to done something like that.
Let's marvel at this helicopter just floating, stationary.
As everything else around
once again holding back and still dived forward.
But yeah, I mean, they couldn't have done Heller as the main story.
You mean Alex?
Yeah, whatever.
Yeah.
It would have made no sense at all.
Yeah, I do hate when they take away your abilities and sequels.
Yeah, in the last game you became a god. You were unkillable. You survived a nuke.
Yeah,
nothing could touch you. Oh, but now you've lost your powers.
Yeah, you survived a nuke. I forgot about that.
You're nuked. You flew into the river and then survived through a bird or some shit. I forget exactly how you survived, but you survived.
He absorbs a crow.
Yeah, I was gonna
a raven,
like some kind of bird.
Speaking of bird,
I was gonna do it again.
Ladies and gentlemen, last time we played this, one of the birds decided to slide on the ground towards Heller. Don't think it's happening this time. A lot of the weird things you can do to break a game. It's very fun. Let's run. Yeah, I hate when they fucking take away your abilities and sequels. It makes no sense.
Especially once they've built you up to that kind of level.
Yeah.
Of you're an unkillable demigod at this point.
Yeah, like...
and all of a sudden, someone found a way to take your powers away.
Has there ever been a good game that did that?
Not that I've played or could think of right now.
I can't think of one, but I want to say there was one game that did that. God, you're right, that fucking wall.
I still have an issue. It's not even a full building, it's just the one wall that's held up by nothing.
You probably sneeze on it and it would fall to pieces.
I mean, look at the bottom of it. It's
it's nothing.
And he breaks through it.
Yeah.
With you, so, yeah.
Oh yeah, this is where we stopped, yeah. That actually kills you. Not all these kill you, but some of them do. Get off me. What we'll probably do is I'll complete one mission or die, then I'll pass it off to you. That way we can have, that way it's just not you just standing there watching me play. Or sitting there, standing there. Yeah, Overlord. Watch it. It's really good. The movie, I mean, not the anime. Supposedly the anime is really good.
The anime is amazing.
Need to watch it. It's on the list. It's on the list.
It's a little bit overly sexualized in some parts, but I mean, it's a Japanese anime.
That's kind of expected nowadays, ain't it? Get him, Heller. Get him, Heller.
I'm waiting for, I think, Season 3 is coming out soon.
Oh, yeah?
If it hasn't already.
I like how this format that I've been trying to, rip off with Let's Drown Out has failed massively.
Oh, you're talking about we're just going to start rambling?
Yeah, we're just rambling. But, we're not.
I mean, that's basically what they did.
Yeah. They're British and Australian. They had more finesse than us. More finesse.
Oh, look, he magically bonded with the virus.
Did it ever explain how that happened? Or Mercer picked him, didn't he?
Yeah, I think that's what it was. I think
it's happened, yeah.
Something like that. Like, he was picked magically. Out of powers.
Mercer picked him. Oh, spoilers. It's not like we're going to beat this game tonight.
Okay.
Speed
I
run.
mean, if you want to, we could take up that 900 gigabyte.
No, fuck off. I deleted all that shit just to make sure we had enough this time. Whatever. I think the main thing for me, going back to Prototype versus Infamous, is I like the whole science aspect of it. With Infamous, it's more superhero-ish.
Yeah, it was a sciencey thing that started it, and as it went further into it, it was more supernatural science merger.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree with that, yeah.
I mean, the power set was a little bit more fun, but this one's more just for just sprinting around.
Like, I did like having lightning powers, and then the second one getting fire and all the other stuff. But it never clicked for some reason. I really did try to like Infamous. I beat the first one. I got halfway through the second one, then realized, like, I'm not enjoying this. And, like, people listening right now, like, my general rule is if you're not liking a game after 3 hours, just stop. Like, you're just hurting yourself. Especially if it's, like, an acclaimed game, like, everyone swears is good. If you're not liking it, just stop.
Yeah.
Like, you're just wasting your time. Or not 3 hours, whatever. You know when a game is bad. Because there's no game...
Once you're past the tutorial stage and you've gotten to where you're just playing the game and you're still not enjoying it, yeah, it's not worth it.
I don't have a single game that I can remember that someone was like, oh yeah, play 10 hours, you'll fucking start liking it. Someone did say that with Final Fantasy... Oh, the one with lightning.
13 and 13-2.
Yeah, someone told me, oh, it gets better when it becomes open world. How long does that take? 13 hours? Fuck that.
There are a few exceptions to that rule, for me anyways. If the gameplay is not fun and I'm getting kind of annoyed by it, but I'm liking the story and the characters and where that's going, I'll suffer through it. Just because I want to know what's going on.
Yeah, I've had games where I hate the gameplay but like the story. I even had games where I hate the story but like the gameplay.
Yeah.
But I have...
As long as it's one or the other, I can go through it.
Oh yeah, I can forgive, one or the other if the other one's good.
But both, at the point, just, what are you doing?
Do you like the roll?
That still annoys me.
Dark Souls, motherfucker.
It's not even Dark Souls. At
It's
least in Dark Souls, they do the actual roll, and this one he's just diving through the air.
It's like Bloodborne then. It's fine. Fire.
It's literally just like jumping into the air and then floating sideways and then going into a roll.
Yeah. Crispy. The way I like it. Actually, I want to double check something real fast. I hope this doesn't mess anything up. Did I hit record? I did. Okay. I'm getting paranoid as hell right now. Sorry. Watch it crash now. Oh no. Oh, we're good. We're good, people. We're good. Sorry, I'm getting paranoid about like this 2-hour record. I just had one of my new Gundam Breaker Let's Play videos corrupt on me, so I'm very paranoid here. Oh yeah.
It doesn't look like he's consuming him. It looks like he's beating the shit out of him.
Well, how else do you consume people?
Like how Alex did, just grab him and just...
Well, Heller is a man of...
Heller is much more violent?
No, he's a man of culture.
Okay.
Let's just keep doing this. All the way through, yeah. Defeat or consume all the infected? I'm gonna go with consume. Or not. Yeah, there we go.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
There we go. Bitch. That's very... either fragile, or he threw it really hard.
Just run away from the mess, right?
Well, to be fair, he just got his powers, so I would be like, I need to get the hell out of here.
I mean, at this point, he realizes he's immortal. Just, who cares?
I don't know. Like, at that point, I'd be questioning stuff like, okay, I just survived getting, like, incinerated.
Twice?
Twice. I don't know if I can handle a bullet to the head.
He got shot in the head literally right before he got back up.
Oh, yeah, that's right, didn't he? Yeah.
They pointed the guns at him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a conspiracy.
Oh yeah, this is where they're confronting the fact that the virus has outbroken again, and Mercer's saying he didn't do it, and that Blackwatch is back again.
Yeah. What do you think about Blackwatch's new look in this? It's more like out there.
It's making me think of what is it? The Resident Evil.
Oh, Operation Raccoon City?
Yeah.
Yeah. I got that, man, in my head. Yeah, I can kind of see that. I like the first one that looked better. It seems more realistic. Yeah. It's
down
like,
to earth.
I guess they understand like how crazy this game is. So they're like, let's just do crazy shit. Burn.
Every living thing you consume makes you stronger. You take their shapes, you take their memories.
How well do you think Heller or Mercer would be being in the Marvel Universe?
Depends on who they could get their hands on first.
Okay, well, let's do this since this is pretty much based off of that Hulk game. Heller or Mercer versus the Hulk?
Well, considering I know how this game ends, he beats somebody bigger than the Hulk. Not necessarily as strong as the Hulk, because if we're going into that rabbit hole, Hulk is infinitely strong.
Yeah, let's just be fucking like most of these versus topics and just go the most insane Hulk versus one of them, or both, if you need to.
Okay, at that point, it would basically be an infinite tie, because we've seen Mercer can't be killed by nuclear radiation or anything like that. And so...
But he did have to absorb something to get his health back.
He did have to recover back, yeah. So, I mean...
But he was just a puddle, so he could just wait until...
Yeah.
Okay, let's change the parameters. First knockout loses.
If we're going with the most insane Hulk, Hulk wins.
Okay.
Hands down. Because the most insane Hulk at one point has destroyed a planet with a punch.
I need to read
One
more Hulk
punch.
stuff. He is One Punch Man.
He is the basis for One Punch Man, in my opinion.
That's funny. That's real funny.
Because, as you may or may not know, the more angry he gets, the stronger he gets.
Yeah.
And he has no threshold for what he can become.
Well, that kind of depends on what comic we're talking about, don't you? Isn't it?
No, that's literally his power set.
I know, but I think I remember reading one comic where it's like, well, he's not stronger than Juggernaut, but then there's one where he just fucking thrashes Juggernaut.
Well, it's not, Juggernaut isn't necessarily strong. He is just
immovable. Right?
And he's an object that can basically builds up momentum. But if you're going with his power set as it is now, he has to build up that momentum first. If he's standing still, he's not much of shit. Old Juggernaut, he was basically invulnerable as long as he had his helmet on and the powers were active. But they kind of nerfed him. Then there was at one point he became a demigod, and there's just some other stuff.
Other crazy stuff I don't know about.
But yeah, if we're going with the most insane Hulk, it's probably going to be the Hulk that destroyed an entire planet with one punch. And that was at his pinnacle of powers.
I can agree with that. Punch the commander. Great tutorials. There you go.
So my question here for those guards is, if you see this happening, why would you try to fight him?
Well, one aspect of it probably was not briefed on what the fuck he is.
I don't care if you knew beforehand or not. If you see him punch somebody and then head stomp them into the ground and absorb them into his body, and just kind of laugh it off, I'm just not gonna fight him.
Well, these are pretty much
drones
Nazis
at this point.
Well, yeah, but they're all pretty much Nazis anyway.
Still, I don't care what they are.
They're indoctrinated. They have their brotherhood. No one shall pass the red line.
See someone stomp his foot through the ground.
Well, I just kind of like how they're just like, okay, yeah, hey man.
That suspends my disbelief.
Yeah, don't think about it too much, even though I think about it too much a lot. Oh no. Do not lock onto that truck. Pop, pop. Yeah, Josh here is more knowledgeable in comic books than me, and Marvel. Speaking of Marvel...
Somewhat.
Well, compared to me. Speaking of Marvel, though, one of my main topics I wanted to talk about is the passing of Stan Lee.
Yeah.
Very sad, very sad. We obviously did not know him, but I feel like we should at least talk about some of the stuff he created or helped create, and yeah, just little celebration of his work, and also Jack Kirby and other famous comic book artists that worked with him. Since you were telling me
who basically created the comic book era.
Yeah, pretty much. Like, because you were telling me that Stan Lee was pretty much just mainly a writer, right?
Yeah, he had ideas for some of the characters. Like, I believe, not 100% sure.
We should have definitely looked this up.
He came up with most of the stuff for Spider-Man because he liked
that
that
was
idea.
his boy, yeah.
But like, he didn't create all the characters. There's a lot of people arguing this on the internet.
Yeah, a gray area. Yeah.
But he gets the credit for it because he was basically the face of that time. But he was the writer mostly. He came up with the stories, helped with the writing, and the other people made the characters or gave him permission to work with them. Like, he's not, just because he got credit for it doesn't mean he's the one who came up with it and he's trying to take credit for it.
Yeah.
It's just how it kind of panned out.
And
it was his company.
Yeah, from what I've seen, he never, like, some of the stuff I've seen, like, some people say, like, oh, he always took credit. Like, I never really found anything where Stan Lee's like, yeah, I take full credit for this creation.
He was, from all credits, people that have spoken to him and interacted with him, he was a very humble man, down to earth.
Yeah, it seems like a very nice dude. Very much cared about the fans up until the end. But he was 95, had a good life.
Yeah. Did a lot of things.
Yeah. What, started doing comic book stuff around 30, 40, something like that?
Something like that.
Midlife.
He did his soapbox stuff in the early comics, writing political stuff, out talks about different things that were going on at the time.
Mm-hmm. One of my favorite things of his, outside of like character stuff, is like the some of the talking stuff at the end of the book, at the beginning of the book. One of my favorite ones is when he started doing the whole like "Stand fast, true believers." I know everyone harps on like Excelsior as this thing, but I love the true believer thing.
I mean, that became his thing because of what it meant.
Yeah.
There's ever upwards. Always going forward.
Always going forward. But I just like true believer because it's like, oh man, yeah, all right, yeah. Like, you believe in this. Hello, true believers. Oh god, what's going on here? Should have been paying attention to everything.
Or something?
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, we get that ability. I thought that was a cool ability. Yeah, cool dude. Cool dude. It seems like. Is there any characters that he made that you considered your favorite or in your top 5? Or help create? I can bring up a list if you want of like stuff he's helped make.
I don't know about exactly ones he created, but I would say from his universe that he helped create.
Yeah, general Marvel stuff. How about that?
It's gonna sound like the stereotypical person, but one of my favorites as a kid was always Wolverine and Spider-Man.
That's pretty good, yeah.
And then as you get older, you kind of start understanding that some of the villains make more sense than the heroes, because a lot of the heroes are all just very starch, steadfast. And,
some of them, yeah.
Like, going off topic, but into DC, my favorite character in DC.
We don't talk about that in this house. We don't talk about DC.
Oh, hush. All comic books are the same.
Yeah.
They're all awesome.
I know, I'm just poking fun.
But, like, when you're younger, everyone always says they idolize Batman and all that stuff, but you realize that the Joker made a lot more sense when you get older. He was just trying to show everybody that not everyone is perfect and no one can abide by their rules and be able to do what they do.
Yeah. I was more of a Mr. Freeze type person.
Yeah.
That was from the anime.
When they started explaining
animated.
more of his backstory.
Yeah.
Because at first he just looked like a crazy person.
Yeah. Yeah, so you said Wolverine and Spider-Man.
Were my first favorites, yeah.
How about now? What would you say?
Not really sure.
There's
They've
a lot
added
of them.
a lot of
There's
different ones to it now.
Comic books and the movies, the cartoon shows, very expansive. It's kind of hard to actually pick because there's always like, oh yeah, that comic book of Hulk is pretty good. Oh, that one's not too good. You can probably skip that. But
I will say World War Hulk is probably one of my favorite animated ones.
I will agree with that.
And then with a live action, I would have to say the Robert Downey Jr.'s portrayal of Tony Stark. I love.
Yeah, because until that Iron Man movie, he was pretty much nothing in the comics, right?
Yeah.
Like not a heavy hitter anyway.
And that skyrocketed all of the modern day Marvel movies we have is because of that.
Oh yeah. I can hunt. For me, I don't know. I was thinking about it before recording, but now I don't. Me personally, I know that this is probably not a popular opinion, but I don't care much for Spider-Man. I used to, but after reading the Carnage comics, I just don't.
Yeah, there's some questionable stuff that's going on.
Yeah.
I mean, if you really want to go into it, the I don't know what they're calling it, but I've read through some stuff about it. Where the newer Spider-Man, their realities intersect, where Mary Jane was actually killed by Spider-Man because as it turns out, when they were having unprotected sex, his sperm was radioactive.
That's fucking weird.
And killed Mary Jane.
That's really weird.
He became a very dark Peter Parker.
I really hate how there's like 20 different versions of fucking Spider-Man.
Well,
That's another thing.
This is basically the dystopian future. He
Oh.
became very dark and stopped really caring as much, started hurting people more when he was fighting them. He was still being a hero, but he was leaning more towards anti-hero at that point.
Hmm.
And then he meets up with the new kid who became Spider-Man and starts trying to bring him back to humanity because
That's
he's
kinda
basically given
interesting.
up on it because of what happened.
I kind of like.
But
when,
I mean,
I kind of like when heroes change. But my thing with like Spider-Man now is some of his like, for at least the Carnage comics, is motherfuckers like killing hundreds of people. Dude needs to get like put in the ground.
I see that comes back to the basis for what is it, the Injustice League, where if I don't know if you've read into the backstory for that.
Not really.
What triggered that was the Joker.
Oh yeah, he sets off a nuke or something like that, right?
He kills Lois Lane.
Yeah, and Superman goes crazy.
Superman just says
Yeah.
fuck it, and kills. I believe he visions his brain and melts it, and then just takes over the world.
I think. That sounds about right. Yeah.
But yeah, it's because Batman couldn't put down the Joker because he wanted to redeem him.
See, my thing about that, and I've told you this before, not you listeners, is for me, Batman is insane. That's kind of his point. Spider-Man ain't insane. He just has this weird moral of like, no, we gotta put him in jail. Like, it's fine when Doc Ock is trying to steal like shit from the bank. Yeah, put him in jail. You don't need to like fucking put the dude in the ground. Like Carnage though, dude's killing people.
Well, that's going with the route of what they did with Venom, where he was the main villain, then he became a side villain, then he became an anti-hero.
Yeah. But Carnage,
and now they're partners.
Yeah, but Carnage can't be a fucking partner, in my opinion. Like, he's killed way too many people. Granted, I that is kind of hypocritical, because I'm like, well, you know, Magneto's an okay dude. Which is really stupid to say, but, you know.
He has his reasonings for why he hates everybody.
He has a good reason.
And they're very well founded, but...
He's very much right. It's just the method he's going is very extreme. But, yeah.
I think you're getting riddled there.
I'm fine. Look at my health. I'm okay. I just need to get out of here. Get that red icon out. Get off me.
You need to go hide and absorb an old man.
And kill his wife. There we go. Whoop. Nothing here, boys. Don't be snitching.
See, I don't understand how that wouldn't be
Don't be
suspicious to
snitching.
them. We were chasing this guy. He ran around the corner, and now one of our people is standing there.
See, I would be more worried about the civilians, because they'd be freaking the fuck out. Like, holy shit, did you see that?
Yeah, they're just all like, yeah, whatever.
You're like, oh, that was weird.
Oh, he's jumping 30 feet in the air. That's fine.
Oh, it must be a new suit, huh, boss? Yeah, unpopular opinion, don't like Spider-Man. Don't like him. Respect him, but don't like him. I know that's blasphemous to say since that was Stan Lee's boy, but can't help that. Can't help what you like.
Yeah.
But for ones that he definitely made, or written with Jack Kirby's help, one of them would definitely be the Hulk. And I do love World War Hulk. Just him going insane. But here lately, and I kind of need to read the Fantastic Four comics now, I really dig the Silver Surfer. I looked it up before, but there's a lot of about who made it, because apparently Stan Lee just kind of gave him like the two words of like, yeah, do this, and then the rest was Jack Kirby. But I
That's
don't know.
kind of how that goes.
Yeah, it's how it goes. Like, but I like the Silver Surfer. Dude's a cool fucker.
I am gonna
Yeah.
stop them, and I'm gonna find
I don't know what the hell I'm supposed to be doing here.
or without your help.
Oh yeah, that's right. I'm supposed to be going. Yeah. Damn it! What am I doing?
Doing that weird ass dodge and pissing them off, apparently.
Yeah, piss them off.
I think you set off that sensor.
Oh, that's what that was, wasn't it? Okay. I thought that was something I needed to download or something. I can't remember. Not paying attention.
I'm pretty sure it's a sensor. I don't know.
You know, I'll go back on the recording and look at it later. But the main thing I like about Silver Surfer though is kind of with like a lot of like Stan Lee and like Jack Kirby type characters. There's more to them than I'm a superhero.
Yeah.
I do good stuff. Yes. He's not afraid to kill a motherfucker. Like he'll give you a chance.
If it's warranted, yeah.
Yeah, it's like he'll give you a chance. Like you need to just back the fuck off. I don't want to hurt you, but if you keep on, I won't have to put you in the fucking ground. I don't know why I keep saying putting you in the ground. I need to come up with something better. Something better. And also like how you see inside his head, like, oh yeah, he was from this planet. Galactus came, made him into a herald, and you get to see like how like that changes worldview. Like in one of the comics I was reading, he was having a back and forth between I am the Silver Surfer, but I want to be Norrin Rad,
Yeah.
and that can't happen. And then he fights with himself, and through like weird things, he kind of accepts that he is both. He has to be both to be happy. And I like that. Like, dude's super powerful and can like mess up most of the people, in my opinion.
Well, that's what happens when you're powered by the cosmic powers.
Yes. The cosmic.
Although that didn't save the creators from the all-black sword.
Oh, don't go on about that shit. That'd be another 30 minutes about that Venom shit.
I like where that's going.
Eh.
I
still haven't looked
I
up
think we
anything on it.
discussed that the last time we went to the movie.
Yeah, when we watched Venom. Good movie, by the way.
I hope if they keep with it that they bring that into it, because it's interesting that all the symbiotes combine together to fight their god.
If this was part of the MCU, I would say yeah, they would probably do something like that.
Yeah, I want to see.
But since Sony's doing its own thing with it.
I'm curious as to how long that's going to last.
Hey, speaking of Wolverine.
Because so far, most of the comic book movies they've done have kind of...
Yeah, Sony's, they need to stop.
I don't know how to put that nicely.
They need to stop.
Like, they've been good.
Stop it.
They've had their
Get some
merits,
help.
but like they clearly don't know what to do with what they have.
They don't have what Marvel has and Disney have. They don't have that.
Yeah, they
just need to stop.
like. I like the original Fantastic Four before they rebooted it. Like, three
Yeah,
or
I
four
didn't
times
mind
now.
the first one. I didn't mind the first one.
Although apparently everyone else hated it. I don't. Like
Well,
that seemed to be the general consensus. People
How
just hate the
long has it
movies.
been since you watched it?
Let's see, 6-7 years.
You think maybe if you rewatched it, you'd be like, no, it's kind of bad.
No, I mean I like. I'm not saying the movie's amazing or
Oh, yeah, it's
like,
watchable.
great or anything,
Yeah.
but I liked the way it was going.
Yeah.
They portrayed the characters pretty well. I mean,
Did you like Galactus Cloud?
that was the one thing I thought was kind of dumb. Like that's not really Galactus, but okay.
Yeah. But you saw his outline.
So the outline of his head. Sure.
Yeah. In a cloud. Third. Yeah, a lot of the stuff Stan Lee helped create. Good. What's your favorite cameo of his? Of all like 300 he did.
We're talking just Marvel movies or everything he did, because apparently there's a lot more than that.
Let's just do Marvel movies. How about that? Since that's the one I'm familiar with.
Probably his Deadpool cameos.
That was pretty good. I like that one.
Although I like people's solutions to him not being around to cameo anymore.
Oh, to have Deadpool take place?
Yeah, to have Deadpool come in with full Deadpool outfit with the Stan Lee wig and the glasses on.
Yeah.
And the mustache.
I would rather have that than CG Stan Lee.
Yeah. I mean, because it could be explained the fact because Deadpool knows about the real world.
Yeah, he breaks the fourth wall. I would be fine with, since supposedly he did finish his cameo for Infinity War. I would be completely fine.
For Avengers 4.
It's Infinity War Part 2. Shut up. I would be completely fine if it was revealed that he was the one above all. And he's just like, oh, you guys did great today, or some bullshit like that. I know that probably won't happen, but I think
where he was actually one of the Watchers, like they kind of hinted at.
yeah, like he's just like this. He's the god of the Marvel universe. I think that'd be cool. He can like stay in the background, maybe have a CG him in the background, but Deadpool would be like the main force of like doing the jokes. I would agree with that. But my favorite cameo would probably, oddly enough, be his Spider-Man one from Homecoming. Where I think it's Homecoming, where he's in the alley and he's making all the noise and he pops out and he's like, "Don't make me come down there, punk." I thought that was just so hilarious. I want to say that was Homecoming. I can't remember.
I think
It's the Spider-Man. I know it's the Spider-Man. I thought that was pretty good. Just because he's like, "I don't make me come down there, I'll beat your ass."
And then went on a tangent with his neighbors.
Yeah, like, "Oh, how's your mother?" Cool dude, cool dude. Well, outside of Deadpool, who could do cameos? Do you think? Wolverine, huge jacked man, and his singing and dancing.
He won't come back unless they do a Deadpool crossover.
There needs to be.
I don't know if he still stands behind that, but when he announced that he was quitting, he said he would come back and play Wolverine if they did a Wolverine Deadpool movie.
He needs to start dancing and singing. Here, I just completed mission. Your turn.
Speaking of that, actually, have you seen The Greatest Showman?
No, I've not, but oh shit, at the desk.
I don't like musicals, but it is a really good movie.
I don't mind musicals. Like I liked
as long as they're not like over the top, trying to just like sing all the damn time.
Yeah,
that's too much.
I kind of agree with that. Yeah,
but like
I heard Showman was good.
I really liked it. I have seen Sweeney Todd, Repo the Genetic Opera,
I've not seen it.
A few other technically musical movies, but
would Sucker Punch technically, since they sing a little bit?
I mean, it'd be along the lines of
That'd be more of an action movie. Yeah.
No idea what the controls are.
I think. Don't look. Go blind, fool. It's fine, dog.
Yeah. That's a sensor. Okay.
Yeah. I think you gotta go to that star. Yeah, go to the black one. Terminal. Oh, get that strength up. Anything else with Stanley you want to talk about?
I had a train of thought and it disappeared.
All right. Cool dude. Seemed like all the interviews seen with him, he seemed really awesome. One thing I did see, apparently when Kevin Smith first had his heart attack, Stan Lee was the first one to contact him. Just because, him being in Mallrats and stuff like that. It's just really fucking cool. Seemed like a genuinely nice guy. Damn shame. But he did, like we said, 95 years old. Hell of a good life. Well, long life anyway. Speaking of comic books and stuff like that, there's one question I talked about, or one question I had for myself in the last playing with myself video I did. What is your opinion? I don't think I ever asked you this before. What do you feel about there being like multiple Thors and Spider-Mans, like having that title passed, or do you think there is only one proper Thor or something like that?
No, I mean the if you go into the lore, the Asgardians aren't actually immortal. They live for thousands and thousands of years, but they do eventually die.
Yeah.
I mean, as we saw with Odin, but
yeah, but what I'm saying is like all these comics like oh yeah, a dog can be Thor. Like, what was your opinion on that stuff? Or Captain America, like anyone can be Captain America and they could be called Captain America. Do you think they should be called something else?
No, I mean, it's basically a tribute to who it was. It's the title and the mantle of who it is.
You gotta be military, dude. Switch. There you go. Smart. I can kind of see that.
I mean, like, there's one of the first people, I think first people, not 100% on that, so don't try and say I'm wrong, but
You're wrong.
the when Thor got knocked into the arena world, and they actually show it in Thor Ragnarok, Beta Ray Bill.
Oh yeah.
His statue was actually on the tower. I watched back the other day. Yeah.
Oh.
It's on Netflix now. I saw it on there. I noticed.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah.
He's the leftmost statue.
Better watch that stuff. That stuff is going away on Netflix.
But he was one of the first people to be recognized outside of Thor as someone worthy of being having that power.
Yeah, but I don't know anything really about Thor, but what did he be called? Just Beta Ray Bill?
Yeah, he was Beta Ray Bill, but he had the power of Thor.
Yeah, see, that to me is different. People didn't call him Thor 2 or some shit like that.
Well, that's because Thor was still around and
Yeah.
still powered, and Odin just gave him that power as a thank you for saving his son.
Mm-hmm, yeah, I get that, but my thing is there's 3 Captain Americas running around.
Well, I mean, that has happened in the comics.
It has, but
at the point where Captain America got knocked out.
God damn it, I know it has happened, but do you agree with it? This is just your opinion.
How they've been doing it in the comics so far, yeah. I mean, it makes sense. Because, I mean, it's just like how they've done with Batman. There have been multiple people that have held the title of Batman because eventually...
I hate that so much.
Eventually, he's going to have to retire, and it's more of the symbol of what he stands for has to go on. Eventually, the person under the mask is not going to be able to continue.
I kind of get that. I even like Batman Beyond. That cartoon is pretty good.
Yeah.
But I just kind of feel like Batman is that dude. There can be, no one who's like him.
There's always going to be the original is going to be the best, but someone has to take over for him.
I'm not saying someone shouldn't take over, but I don't think he should be called Batman.
Oh, that's to keep up the mysterious nature of him.
Oh, fuck, you can destroy those. Neat. I get that, but I don't, this is one of the points where this is a agree to disagree thing. Because it's one thing I looked up, apparently Falcon becomes Captain America in a comic.
Yeah.
That's cool, but I think what would have been better...
Bucky did too.
Yeah. Really, also controversial opinion I have. I don't think Bucky should ever pick up the shield and become Captain America. I think he's not stable enough.
Well, when he did it in the comics, it was after Captain America had actually been killed.
Yeah.
And he took it up as honor to his best friend.
I kind of get that, but I don't feel it's right. Him, siding with, getting a Black Panther suit and becoming the Lone Wolf. I thought that was or White Wolf. I think that's pretty neat. I think that's neat. But Falcon getting the shield,
it's all basically whoever's around to take up the mantle at that point.
I think you're a little bit farther right.
I'm trying to see where the freaking person is.
I think he's somewhere...
Oh, that's right. It's just
over
a
there.
ping back.
Yeah, the
from
ping's
where
back.
he is.
Yeah, he's always down there. But I think when Falcon eventually picks it up, I think it'd be kind of cool if he was called the American Eagle, right? Instead of Captain America. No, he's the fucking American Eagle, or just Eagle. How about that? I think that'd be pretty fucking badass. Instead of you're Captain America too.
Give him upgrades to the suit to go with it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Wouldn't that be fucking awesome? I've looked that up. I've seen no one, unless I'm really shitty at Googling stuff, suggest that.
I mean, it may have been suggested there would be some
free fucking idea, Marvel. Fucking American Eagle, Falcon, do that shit. Free idea. Go with it. There he is. Yeah, I think something like that. I think the name should change. You know what I mean?
No.
I hate Captain America picked up the hammer. He's now Thor. I kind of get whoever picks up this hammer shall be called Thor or whatever the fuck.
Show the power of Thor.
Well, yeah.
That's how they rephrased it, but it's... I mean, if you go through the comics, there is a pretty significant list of people who have picked up Thor's hammer.
There's been a lot of people who've been Spider-Man too. There's been a lot of people who've gotten the powers of the Hulk.
Not as big a list as people who have wielded Thor's hammer.
I know, but it's still a pretty fucking big list.
Which is hilarious considering what it is.
A lot of people are worthy.
And it's what it was with most of them they were worthy for a moment because of what they were doing. If I remember, I believe the Red Skull has picked it up at one point.
Fucking what?
Because at one point they were
I'm Googling
fighting.
that.
They were fighting against something. They were making a joke about it on something I was watching today.
That's funny, but I'm.
But there are villains who have picked up the hammer and used it for a short amount of time, and then after they were done fighting what they were fighting for, the hammer dropped and they couldn't hold it anymore. Like a lot of the people who have picked it up have been people who wielded it for a very short amount of time, because what they were doing was a righteous cause. And then after they were done with that, they weren't able to hold the hammer anymore.
That's kind of neat.
It was really very, very situational. It's just like how at one point the Joker was teamed up with the Red Skull until he found out he was a Nazi.
Oh yeah,
and
that
told everybody to
crossover.
stand back.
I
Yeah.
have principles, damn it. I'm not seeing anything.
I may be a villain, but I'm not a Nazi.
Yeah, I'm not seeing anything about Red Skull picking up the hammer, but we got Deadpool.
He was just part of that parody, though. It was still funny.
Yeah, it's a good parody. We got Deadpool, we got Captain, and we got Vision.
It'll be easier than you
Or is that Vision? What the fuck is that? Looks like Vision.
Looks like him.
Sinitha Smid?
It's from Another Earth.
Oh,
616.
well, that's just on the images there. Yeah.
But yeah, there's. I think at one point Iron Man picked it up. At one point, Captain America dual wielded it with his shield, which was
Avengers Assemble.
overpowered as hell.
I hope he picks it up in the new movie. It didn't get hinted at in Ultron.
I still do love how that happened in with Vision.
Yeah, he's just
Everybody was questioning whether they should trust him or not, and he just hands him the hammer. But
there you
okay,
go.
never mind.
Okay, yeah, right on. How do you think the new movie will end? Not Captain Marvel. What do you think about Captain Marvel real fast before we talk about the new
They've
movie?
changed some things about it, but it looks pretty good.
Oh, they
I'm
changed
looking
all
forward
of
to
it.
it.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. It's weird. One of the people that I work with is a huge Marvel person and DC person, has had a hard-on for every movie so far, except for Captain Marvel. It's It's
well,
weird.
if the internet is to be believed, it's because he's a sexist bigot.
Yeah. Even though he loves Wonder Woman. Yeah, he just says it's meh. So he said he doesn't hate it, but it's nothing different. I'm like, it looks like a Marvel movie trailer. What are you talking about, man? I'm so glad fucking Ronan the Accuser's back. I fucking
And the rest
love
of
him.
the Kree.
I hope they show that the Ronan that died was a fucking scroll. Because I love Ronan the Accuser. He's a cool motherfucker.
They're kind of setting it up to be that way. It looks like
That
the Skrull have already invaded our society.
Yeah, well, that was an issue in the comics, wasn't it? It's like, oh yeah, this happens. Oh, it was a scroll. Meh. Like someone died. Oh, it was a scroll. Meh.
I mean, I think it was the Secret Wars. That was literally the entire plot.
I have heard that's what after they
If I
deal.
remember them correctly, that it was basically just everyone was getting replaced by the Skrull, and it was a problem of who was real. And
That's kind of neat, actually. But from what I've read, rumored is after the Infinity Gauntlet thing gets resolved, Secret Wars is the next big thing.
that just really grinds my gears what they did with that.
What?
It wasn't the Infinity Gauntlet. The Infinity Gauntlet isn't an actual thing. It was literally just something that was created.
Okay, I know.
There is no Infinity Gauntlet.
I know, but I'm talking about like it as a whole, like the
Yeah.
Infinity War type shit. Like after that gets resolved, it's supposed to be Secret Wars. I don't mind the Gauntlet being something like special.
But like that was the whole point, was that the Gauntlet is what creates that.
Yeah.
But in this universe that they've created, they don't want something that overpowered. Because
everything's underpowered. Even the people are underpowered.
Yeah, let's not get me started on Scarlet Witch there. Or Vision.
She's not an X-Man.
But no, with the like they've made a lot of things like really weird decisions with that universe.
I agree with that.
But they're doing it so that their universe can be continued on from what it looks.
Yeah.
Because at this point, if they were really going with the way the comics went,
everyone would be fucked.
Well, it's not that, but that in the comics, the way they fixed half the universe being wiped out was that
They tricked Thanos.
Tony Stark actually got the Infinity Gauntlet and undid it, and that's why.
No, he didn't.
He did.
Not in the comic.
Hmm?
No, it wasn't.
That was the reason.
No.
And Doctor Strange spared him.
No. Because I will fight you on this. No, that may have been like another like version of it, because I know like that story got redid or something like that. But in the original comic, they trick Thanos into becoming Eternity, and he loses his mortal form.
That was in the movie, little animated movie that came out where they all fought.
It was in the comic too,
and they won by tricking him into fighting them with each individual power, and them overpowering him. And
well, that happened in the comic book too. But when they realize like everyone's dying, Silver Surfer misses the grab on the gauntlet. Adam Warlock shitting his britches because his plan's going to shit. They're like, "Hey, technically you're not the Supreme Being. You're not Eternity. Fuck you. We'll settle this after the record." But I feel like I'm right. Damn it, because I don't want to go through my phone and flip through all the pages. But what it is, he becomes Eternity, and he drops the gauntlet. It's like, oh shit, I don't have my mortal form. I don't have the gauntlet no more. People rush for it, but Nebula picks it up, and they trick her to restart, or to go back in time to where everyone's still alive, including Galactus and all the other gods. And a battle ensues there, and they eventually get the gauntlet from her, or Adam Warlock does, and then he does his shit.
It's been a while.
I'm fucking
How
right.
does she not see me?
Because you're her. See? You're her now. It's fine. She technically sees you.
Like, that was
see her.
weird. Like, she was looking right at me when I absorbed that person, and she just kind of like, whatever.
This is normal for my job.
Those two people just merged. It's fine.
I'm pretty sure that's how it happened. Anyway.
Yeah, we'll have to
What the fuck were we talking about anyway?
How
do you think it'll end? Yeah. Yeah, how do you think it'll end?
Not sure. Kind of looking forward to finding out.
I am too. Bonus failed. What the hell?
I don't know. I don't care.
I don't know what they're going to do since they've, like you said, changed a whole bunch.
Yeah, they've made a lot of changes. I don't necessarily disagree with all of them.
Yeah.
And I'm liking where it's going.
What's funny is I was talking to one of my other friends, and she's like, "Oh yeah, Thanos seems like he means well." And I'm like, "Yeah, you wouldn't say that about comic book Thanos."
Yeah, the actual Thanos.
He's like, "Well, what's so bad
he
about
was
him?"
a batshit crazy.
Yeah, I was like, "What's so bad about him?" I was like, "Well, he did a live dissection of his mother, for one." "Oh my God, why?"
Because
he wanted to know why he was different. That's fucked up. Yeah, it is. Well, it's a little bit.
And his old self, after he ruled the universe, tried to get his younger self to kill himself.
Yeah,
so that he could die.
Dude. And I'm kind of glad they didn't go with the whole Lady Death thing.
Yeah, that was the other thing that was kind of funny.
Because I always thought that was weird that he had this huge heart-on for Death, but Death never cared. Like this, it seemed like
It was not that she never cared, she cared more for Deadpool.
Oh, well, I guess.
Which made me laugh that Deadpool was, as they've always joked about, was only a person crazy enough to actually prank Thanos. And then, because he did that, and because Death actually loved him more, Thanos made Deadpool immortal at one point. He was completely
Oh, yeah,
immortal.
you were telling me about that once, yeah. One thing I do like about Thanos, I hope they do in the movies, is, like, if he stays alive, that Thanos is kind of like an evil that needs to be a little bit.
Yeah. Can't have good without evil, because
Yeah.
otherwise what can you compare it to?
Oh, yeah. And also, like, I like how, in one of the comics I was reading, I think it was the Infinity Watch comics. Those are pretty good. I hope they do a movie of that. Of, like 6 people, each with a stone, just, like, doing shit.
Oh yeah, where they split it up between
Yeah.
the founders.
Yeah, something like that. It's like, I hope they do that. That'd be really fucking awesome. But one thing
That doesn't stand out or anything.
No, it's fine. It's fine. What are you talking about? It's normal.
Just a giant explosion.
Yeah, man, it's normal. It's fine. It's fine. Oh yeah, you complete a mission. But one thing I like is they kind of do that a little bit in the movie, where he if you make a deal with him, and he agrees to it, he's gonna fucking do it.
Yeah.
Like he's the evil.
He's a man of honor.
He's the evil cocksucker. But if you have a deal with him, deal's a deal.
I always kind of find that ironic with the villains, that the ones who go by their code of honor.
Yeah. Like that's like
I made a deal with them, but they're gonna kill you. But I made a deal with them.
Well, that's kind of the
Okay.
funny thing. Like one of the comics I was reading, like he made a deal with Mephisto. He knew Mephisto was going to backstab him, So he had a backstab for Mephisto's backstab for his backstab for his backstab. It's like fucking Inception layers of backstabbing going on, and Thanos won, and he's just like, "Don't fuck with me again." It's like, oh Jesus! It's just plain old Thanos just saying, "Don't fuck with me" to Mephisto. It's like, Jesus, man. So cool. Thanos has his moments of coolness, but you got to remember that he's a bastard. Oh, Black Boss, yeah, I like that.
Well, it's just like we were talking
Black
about earlier about the
Box.
Hulk. Have you read the Old Man series?
What do you mean?
There's Old Man Logan, and they did Old Man
I
Hawkeye.
read Old Man Logan. That was really cool.
They just finished Old Man Hawkeye a couple months ago, and they're going to start on Old Man Quinn. Continuing the universe, but now they're going to actually expand out into the Guardians of the Galaxy universe.
Oh, that's kind of cool.
I
didn't
and see where that went.
I didn't want to read more of the Old Man universe because I kind of read that it kind of crashes and
I
burns a
love
little
it.
bit.
It's crazy.
But I really liked Old Man Logan.
But like Hulk.
Being a freaking inbred hick.
No, he wasn't being an inbred hick. His
That's not what it
children
was.
were inbred hicks. Hulk
He
was
did. He fucked his cousin.
a immortal
Yeah, but he fucked his cousin.
bastard.
He fucked his cousin.
Semantics.
Oh, anyway, I kind of understand why they didn't do that for the movie, because that story is pretty fucking graphic. So
But that was the point. That's why everybody loved Old
Oh,
Man
yeah.
Logan. Was
Oh,
that
yeah.
it was
fucked
it
up.
showed him being like, I guess, completely human.
Yeah, like it fucking like. I haven't read a whole lot of comics, but seeing Wolverine that beaten and broken,
And just done with everything.
yeah, just done, like not wanting to kill nobody, that's fucking crazy.
Hadn't used his claws in like 20 years
Oh,
or
yeah.
something.
Fucking crazy.
Of course, he also didn't have a choice of that because his healing factor had degenerated so bad.
Yeah.
Because at that point, he was like 400 years old.
Yeah, I
An
never,
old-ass
I
man.
never understood him being that old, but
Because his aging factor is slowed down that greatly.
I know, but like, I don't know, it's like his origins, like he's Japanese
He
or
was.
something.
He had his girlfriend, Lady Deathstrike, back before she turned into Lady Deathstrike, was like I believe a ninja, like ninja trained, and
Okay.
him and her ran the world together as assassins.
I need
He was an
to.
assassin.
Okay, I need to read more X-Men stuff.
But yeah, he ran the world with an assassin group and did a bunch of shit, basically like Black Watch shit for governments.
Yeah.
And then that's how he got drafted into Weapon X program. And it kind of escalated from there. But as they showed in the movie, which is roughly based on the comics, that he has been around for a couple hundred years.
Okay. Yeah.
And his aging factor is so that once he reached his adulthood, his aging slowed down so drastically that he was older than anyone else in the X-Men at the time. Even Professor X, like as they made a joke of in the movie, where Professor X said that I think he's even older than or I think either Professor X said it or Cyclops said it. One of them said that he's even older than you are, Professor.
It's been a while since I watched the movies. I need to
Yeah,
go
it's
again.
been a while since I watched the first one, but
What do you think about the Phoenix movie coming out? A lot of people were worried about that. A lot of people were worried about that.
We'll see. I haven't seen much on it, but we'll see. There's a
Hey-o.
lot of people that could be Phoenix hosts.
But one thing I've seen, there's a really cool YouTuber that I like called Comic Book Girl 18 or 19. Fucking forgot the name. Damn it. Anyway, she's pretty cool. I'd recommend the people listening, because I think Josh just forgot we're recording. She's really cool. Her opinion on that, because like I don't know if you noticed from the name, she's all on comic books. Her thing she's worried about, since X-Men is now Marvel owned again, that they cannot do.
Thank God.
Yeah, thank God for that. They cannot do Phoenix story now. They have to wait, and she really loves Phoenix. And that kind of makes sense that they kind of can't do Phoenix, because it's already been done. I don't think they would want to do that. Same thing for Wolverine. I think they're going to save Wolverine for something
There's
good.
also being able to find someone to actually play Wolverine.
That too, that's going to be really fucking hard.
Yeah, because I mean, like with Robert
That
Downey
huge
Jr.
jacked man.
Yeah, like with Robert Downey Jr. Hugh Jackman he embodied what Wolverine looked
Yes.
like in the comics.
It's going to be hard to replace him. Marvel has done good with their actors, so I
Their
think they'll be
casting,
okay.
yeah, is amazing.
Be more used to us alive. Now I'm looking for some gen tech doctor named Sheffield.
It's weird how they don't recognize his voice.
Well, if
You're
you're
not-
the lore, he can disguise his voice.
No, that's true, but it sounds like him. It's like, you're not Jim.
Oh yeah, hold on, let me change his voice.
Oh,
Oh, yeah, here we go.
Old lady voice.
I had a cold.
Pretty cold. And he just goes into killing people. But yeah, I don't know how the fourth Avenger movie, whatever you want to call it, is going to end. There was one theory I saw that it was just like a fan, like what they would want type thing. But it's I need to pause it to get you into this true believer. And now this will not happen, but I think it's really fucking cool if it does. Like, it'd be sad. Since Captain America is kind of done, even though they just said that he's not really done.
Yeah, they're basically gonna pass on.
The dude playing Captain America. The one thing I read I thought was pretty cool was they beat Thanos or whatever. They take the gauntlet from him, but they're trying to pick who puts on the gauntlet to snap everything back to normal. Since no one's like Thanos, the only one would be Thor, but he's off, like, passed out or something, because he, like, epic clash of gods between Thanos and Thor, and Hulk's all fucked up. You can't trust Hulk. So I was like, okay, who can pick this up? Iron Man wants to do it, because they think that, since they're not like Thanos, and the glove at this point is all fucked up, that whoever uses it next is going to die. So Captain picks it up, since he's the most trustworthy of them all, and since, supposedly he's done anyway. He snaps his finger to bring everyone back. Everyone's happy. They look. Gauntlet's gone. Captain's gone. Or what was it? It's either gone or like they start, all of them start turning to ash like before. Wouldn't happen because technically the stones can't be destroyed.
The stones are the basis of reality.
Yeah, but in the movie we seen one of the stones get destroyed. But anyway, point is, like, he goes away, the stones go away, Captain goes away. It's a whole sad moment. Everyone's sad, but they're kind of happy. Everything's good. And the ending post cutscenes is Captain in the ballroom by himself, like in that vision he had in Age of Ultron. And then you see what was it? His girl? I can't remember, Carter or something like that.
Yeah,
Carter just pat him on the shoulder and says, "I want that dance," and that's the end. What will not happen? But when I read that, I'm like, that's fucking sad. That's good.
That would be a really good post-credit scene as a goodbye to Captain America.
That'd be a good goodbye. Won't happen, but like I said, I thought it'd be neat.
Well, if you keep upvoting it on Reddit and stuff, it might.
Yeah, it was a Reddit post, I think, but yeah, it's like I would probably tear up a little bit with that. But yeah, I don't know how it ended. It definitely will not end like that. It'll be a very happy ending.
Well, according to what they were saying in the Infinity War, it's going to be Tony that uses the gauntlet.
It would be more fitting
is
for Tony.
key to the gauntlet, because that's why Doctor Strange spared him when Thanos was about to kill him.
I would agree it would be tough, since he's the one that started everything, pretty much, for the movie-wise. Like, Iron Man was the first one.
I'm curious as what they're going to be doing with the gauntlet, too. If they're going to reforge it or some shit.
Well, the only thing I can think of is since...
or if they're going to reveal that it was actually, the gauntlet actually exists.
Well, what I'm thinking is, like, when they were at, that one place giant Peter Dinklage is at.
Peter Dinklage?
Peter Dinklage. There was another gauntlet there. Because that's how they kind of figured out that, he did something. He helped Thanos.
Well, I thought that was from... God, it wasn't that long ago, and I can't remember exactly, but I thought it was because they saw the cast.
It could have been a cast, but I thought that's supposed to hint at that was the second one. But even if it was a cast, they can just remake the gauntlet.
Yeah.
Damn it, come back here. I need to be faster, stronger. $1 million prototype. Yeah, I don't know. They can do something like that, or they can just, like... I don't know how they would stop Thanos anyway, with what they have. They would have to trick him, but I don't know if they even have the power to. Like right now, it's just the original Avengers, pretty much,
Pretty much.
and they don't be doing shit. Oh, and also Nebula, for some
They
reason.
might be going with the way that it went in the comics, where they trick him to using each individual Infinity Stone to play
Honestly,
on his ego.
I don't think they'll actually fight him.
But
I think something else happens. Honestly,
well, I mean, because where it left him at, he was in a fucking pocket dimension.
yeah, he was happy. He's fine. Like
I wouldn't necessarily call it happy, but he was in the pocket dimension.
he did his
He's content.
yeah, he did his ending from the comics. Is he's at his like hut in the field, and he just smiles like I did good, even though I sacrificed fucking everything. I know I did
Like
good.
from what it looks like, and from what some of the different stuff I've read on people's theories, he went into the pocket dimension of the Soul Stone
I can kind of see that.
because it wasn't a projection of what he thought of her. It was actually her soul.
Yeah. I think now that you mentioned Gamora, is going to be the one that tricks Thanos into like bringing everything back.
Or convinces him that.
Yeah,
You
or
know,
convinces him in some way, because I think by this time, like Thanos is just like, well, I've completed my mission.
he's slowly
Now what?
unwinding.
What do I do now? Type stuff. Oh yeah, I just completed the mission. Here you go. You can hunt down this dude. I think that probably would be what happens. But Infinity War did surprise me. I didn't think they'd kill motherfuckers. So maybe this one will surprise me too.
I'm glad they did though. It needed
Yeah,
to
I'm
happen.
happy. Like as soon as Loki died, I'm like, oh, whoa.
Oh, that apparently may not have been Loki.
A scroll.
Or some other bullshit because he's gotten out of weirder situations.
No, that's true. That's kind of neat though. If it's
I
like,
think there was an article where
I'm sure
they saw the actor who plays him at one of the sites over in the Netherlands.
yeah, they're all going to come back eventually. That's like one thing I thought was kind of funny is someone pointed out like, man, a lot of 8-year-olds and 6-year-olds are going to be fucking crying. Their parents would be like, they'll be back. It's okay. Yeah. You got anything else Marvel-wise you want to talk about?
No, not really.
You want to go to these other stupid topics I got written down?
That's your video.
Okay, let's go on to something less important. But last thing I'll say, rest in peace, Stan Lee.
Yeah.
Hopefully you'll be remembered for many years to come.
As long as there's comics, he should be.
As long as there's comics, there should be. Oh, that was another Marvel thing I had written down. When do you think the Marvel movies will start sucking?
Don't know.
Don't either.
Depends on how much they're willing to keep into this.
I think when the main dude quits or retires, I think that's when the other thing will kind of go to shit. What was it, Kevin Fiji?
Or when the actors start not being able to do the roles anymore and start getting phased out.
Yeah, that'll start being an issue. Yeah.
You're fine. You're all being watched. Let's...
Throw objects.
You motherfuckers.
That dude on the right's watching him.
Motherfuckers.
Hey, you're weird looking. I don't know. I kind of hope they never go bad, but statistically, it's going to happen.
It's gonna happen at some point, yeah.
And eventually, at some point, DC will fucking start making good movies.
Get their shit together.
Yeah. I like Wonder Woman, and I hear
That was about the
Aquaman's
good
pretty
one, and Aquaman looks amazing.
Supposedly it's pretty good. Oh,
Mission failure.
before he escapes the military base.
Well, fuck, everybody's fucking...
There you go.
Okay, game.
I think it's because... Wait, did you already switch?
No, I think I had a rocket launcher.
Oh.
I'm one of these fuckboys.
No, I mean, can't you go back to being Heller?
Yeah.
Yeah, do that. And just, like, steal some...
You know what?
Yeah, fuck it. Yeah, do that. Yeah, sure. Pick up,
Come here.
pick up a gun.
Oh, pick up
There
that
you
gun.
go.
Thank you.
Let's see. I think Guardians 3, if they do it, will probably be bad.
Depends on how they do it. Although right now it's not looking like it's going to happen
Yeah.
because of all that shit.
Yeah, that's really disappointing.
Can you not fire the gun?
Do it!
What the hell is your problem?
Do it!
It's
Shoot it!
not shooting. I guess it
One
only
more
has
time.
literally one bullet.
You have 3 shots.
It's not wanting to shoot it.
Stop flying.
Like it.
What the hell?
I'm just sitting there
What the
holding
hell?
it and pulling the trigger, and it's not doing anything.
Anyway, hopefully it never ends. This is a wild ride, but like with westerns and all that other
With any
stuff,
good thing, it's gonna end at some point.
everything must end at one point. Okay, another good topic. I don't know if we'll go through all this. It's already been like 2 hours, I think. I can't remember when we started. Get that rocket launcher going. Okay, let's do this. Developers are being shitty here lately, Josh. What's up with that? We got... Let's see, I got the list here. EA and loot box bullshit. Apparently there's going to be some investigations on whether or not that could be considered gambling.
They've already done that in some places, and
Yeah, some place it's
ruled that it is.
yeah,
bullshit.
it's snowballing. Good job, EA. Blizzard, wondering, don't you have phones to play our new game?
God, I love Diablo 2. Diablo 3 is doable.
But what
Or
about?
just loot, just hack and slash. But yeah, they
about-
they
you don't have a
the
phone?
bed on that one.
Do you not have a phone to play this game?
I think we talked about it earlier that they
Yeah, we
should have
did.
done that the way Bethesda did.
Yep.
With their Fallout Shelter.
Oh yeah.
They announced Fallout Shelter, had it fully released, was good to go, and then also said, "Oh yeah, by the way, this is just something to hold you over until our game launches," and then revealed Fallout 4 fully.
Speaking of Bethesda, that you mentioned that's a great segue, Josh. You're getting better at this. They also shit the bed pretty good as well. Fallout
Yeah.
76 is garbage, apparently, even though you said you liked it.
Like I said,
People are having issues with it. Generally, I'm speaking generally.
yeah, generally there are a lot of issues with it. I have encountered very few
But
of
the
them.
main one is people not getting what they expected from their collector's
Oh, God,
edition.
that shit, yeah.
Yeah, that's.
I mean,
wait,
that-
hold on. Sorry. Air quotes influencers from YouTube got it.
No, they
Oh.
actually got something different.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh,
They actually got, whereas with the collector's edition you're supposed to get the duffel bag,
yeah.
the people who went to the Greenbrier event actually got backpacks.
Oh,
Like a full military thing backpack.
I just seen that
Different item.
Okay, I just saw that they had like their what was supposed to happen, and everyone else got fucking nylon bags.
Yeah.
And not the last time it's been talked about. They said they weren't planning on doing anything. Then it blew the fuck up. Now they're doing something about it.
They went back and said that was actually a call center that was answering for them, which companies like that do all the time.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean,
Sure.
it was somebody not doing their damn job, apparently. But
Speaking of not doing your damn job, apparently when you put in a ticket, let me bring this bitch up.
yeah, the security leak.
Yeah, the Bethesda support glitch. Yeah, accidentally doxed a shit ton of people.
Yeah. I saw that.
That's man, Bethesda is really fucking up that bed, huh?
It looks like their support people need to get on the ball there with
Looks
some
like
of
they
their shit.
all need to kind of get on the ball, if you know what I mean.
I think one of the, like I told you earlier, one of the people that I watch on YouTube a lot, the Angry Joe review,
Yeah, Ingrid Joe, yeah.
said that with all the other Bethesda games, Skyrim, the Elder Scrolls, Fallout series, the previous games, we've gone into the games knowing that there was going to be glitches, there was going to be issues, but we kind of gave them pass. People don't think we should have, but most people give them a pass because their games, their stories, and their characters were awesome, and people overlooked it. But now that they've kind of shit the bed with all of this stuff that's
I like
coming
how
out
you're
right
using
now,
that now, since we talked about that before, and I said shit the bed before we recorded.
I mean,
But
it's
that's a
the
good
best way to say it.
It is.
A lot of companies are shitting the bed at the moment,
Yep.
but
It's,
with all the stuff that's going on, they've lost, as Angry Joe put it, they've lost all their goodwill with their community and the people that are diehard fanboys.
mhm.
Because beforehand we overlooked it because we knew that the game was going to be good,
The story
story and the characters and the development was going to be awesome, and that they would eventually patch the glitches out and there would be an issue with it, and the glitches that remain would be funny things that were just something people did dick around with.
Yeah.
But with Fallout 76, it's all of that and doesn't really have any of the character of the other games. So they've lost all goodwill. And now people are worried about Elder Scrolls 6, if it's going to be a good game or if it's going to do the same damn thing.
Yeah, I agree with that 100%. Because I never, well, like I said before, I've never been a huge Fallout person, but Elder Scrolls I like. I really like Elder Scrolls.
That seems to be the consensus right now, is if Elder Scrolls doesn't come out and isn't an amazing game and has most of their issues patched out, like they're not going to have very much leeway in what they're allowed to have in the game still.
I got an idea for you. Elder Scrolls 76. Think about let it sit, let it simmer. It's gonna be good.
Well, I don't know if you've seen it, but they've already said where Elder Scrolls 6 is going to be at. It's going to be in Redfall.
I don't know.
It's going to be in the Hammerfell, the
cool.
Rhaegar's homeland.
Yeah.
And it's going to be set during the Red Plague outbreak. And it's basically going to be an investigation of where it's coming
Will
from.
I
all that
be a
other stuff.
dragon?
So basically, if they're going with that and with what we know so far, I'm going to say it's going to go with Payright being one of the main Daedra that's in the game, because he is the god of infection and disease and shit like that.
Well, I have no hope for any of it now, because I'm at the point, like I was telling you before, like I'm at like fool me once, get fucked until you give me something good.
Yeah, and that's pretty much where most of the community's at, and that's the problem right now.
I'm surprised
everyone's just kind of like, you fuck up on the next game.
I'm really
you're fucked.
surprised Activision hasn't fucked up either, because usually it's
They have, but the majority of people that buy the games, they give a shit.
Yeah. See, they're underneath the radar right now. For now. But usually it's like, oh, Activision did something shitty. EA's doing something shitty.
Yeah, it's just them now.
Now it seems like every other fucking month someone's doing something dumb.
It's gotten to the point with Activision and EA that you're just like, oh, they did something shitty? Oh, well, what's new?
Okay. Okay. Yeah. What's your opinion about loot boxes?
They have
Going
their
with that shitty
place,
stuff.
but not with the way some games are doing it. Some games are taking it way too far with it.
You agree with the gambling thing?
To a degree. I mean, if... Again, to quote Angry Joe...
Get off his dick.
He has good points.
He does.
His outlook on it is that they have a point, and that if you're going to do loot boxes and buying in-game stuff like that, you have to do it correctly, like
Yes.
with Warframe.
I agree with that.
They have
That's
their
fair.
in-game stuff, but their game is free to play.
Yeah.
But if you're paying full price for a game, you shouldn't have to pay for something else in the game.
Yep.
Like with how Battlefront had that whole freaking thing that went on.
You know what
Battlefront 2.
started it, pretty much?
Yeah, where everything was tied to your progression, and the way to progress was to actually buy the loot boxes.
No,
and
man.
no one would do that.
No, it's fine. What was that? Hold on, I just deleted the image I had. It was,
That completely fucked everything.
what was the quote? It was, something like, we're giving you choices.
Yeah. It's all up to the player how you want to do it.
Yeah, the intent is to provide players with a sense of pride and accomplishment.
Except the only way to get them
Get fucked.
realistically, like in Overwatch, it's you get one every level, but eventually once you get to like silver and gold tier, it takes so long to level up that it's, if you want something new with their Halloween events where they have the limited things, all their different limited events, to be able to get them realistically, you have to buy the loot boxes. Because they do have their arcade game where you play it and you get, I think it's, 9 per week per the reset.
I don't play Overwatch, so I don't know.
Well, in the arcade, if you when you win one of the arcade matches, there's different modes
Prizes
you can
and stuff.
play. For every 3 you win, you get a loot box. So you can get 3 after 9 wins per week. You can get 3 for free, plus the ones you get for leveling up.
Yeah.
So you can get a pretty decent amount when you're lower level. But like I said, once you get higher level, it gets harder and harder to get a loot box consistently, especially during those limited time events where you're forced to, if you want those things, you have to pay for them.
I get that. Yeah, I kind of get that. My thing with loot boxes is I agree with the Warframe thing. It's free. It's okay. One thing is, since we're dropping hot YouTube names here, boss. Jim Sterling, his whole thing about the whole gambling stuff is it preys on people, and I get that. But at the same time, granted, this is a fuck you, got mine type scenario of it doesn't affect me. I don't have a gambling problem. And if you have a gambling problem, you probably need to stay away from that type of game.
Yeah.
But I kind of get where he's coming from. I just kind of don't agree with that.
It really depends on how the game presents it. Some of the games, they have it in there, it's available.
Well,
They're like, yeah, it exists, but they're not shoving it in your face in
Yeah.
5 seconds.
Like, to me, Dead Space 3 was fine. A lot of people gave him shit for that, but I was like, you don't need it to beat the game. Like, it's nice.
It's like
But-
with back to Bethesda, Fallout 76, they have their atomic shop.
Okay.
And it is real world currency you can use to buy things.
Yes.
But also by just playing the game, there is a set amount of challenges,
Yeah.
and then there's daily challenges and weekly challenges on top of that keep resetting.
Mm-hmm.
And I've already racked up 4,000 atomic credits, which is like $40 in the game
So that good.
for just playing the game.
So I'm assuming that's like not bad.
Most things in there are, I say, from 600 to about 1,800 credits
Mhm.
for one of the bigger sets, and they're just like cosmetic stuff. But I've been able to buy the things I want without actually paying any money. I've just played the game, done challenges, just playing through the game without even trying to do
That's
it.
pretty good. That sounds a little bit like Halo 5 was, but the thing is, there's so many armor permutations
Yeah.
that you can't get what the fuck you want.
No.
And
Because it's all random.
yeah.
And with the atomic shop, you're buying, you see what you get, and you're
See,
buying
I think
that
that's fair.
specifically.
I think that's fair. Because that's one thing. I like Halo. I will not buy a fucking another one until they fix that shit.
Oh, yeah. They've gone with the money route.
Yeah, and it fucking disappointed me so much. Because one of the great things about Halo, I thought, what the hell am I doing? Oh, I forgot how to play. Is with Halo 3, you got armor by getting achievements. So when people saw your armor, they're like, "Oh my god, he did that achievement,"
Yeah,
stuff like
he
that.
did this or that to
Yeah,
get that.
this or that. For Reach, you had the money thing, not really loot box type stuff. It was in-game money you had to farm, but you could buy it, and you can, depending on your level, pick the armor that you want.
Yeah.
That was good. 4, they kind of did a a challenge system type stuff, and also you could use a specialty level as well, and you got armor for that. So if people saw that you had like the wet work armor on, oh, you completed the wet work specialty and stuff like that.
It was stuff for your achievements.
Yeah, and if you did some other challenge, oh, you got that variation of that armor. Like, oh, okay, yeah, you really like assault rifles and shit like that. Speaking of which, let me just grab that motherfucker up. Oh, God. But with 5, it's like, I need to absorb something because I'm about to die.
I just need to keep getting smacked by the giant dick of the ground.
Yeah, that would work too. Like that. I wasn't paying attention. Damn. Ragdoll. Yeah, it's, some stuff does good, but some doesn't.
The way that the companies are implementing it really
A
shows.
lot of them are being, even though I don't
It shows the real
assholes.
goal there for
Yeah.
it.
Like even though I said I don't really care about the I have a gambling problem thing, I do get, hey, you guys are being fucking assholes
And preying on people who
and
have it.
preying
Yeah.
on people, fucking lay
or
off.
or little kids that don't. Yeah.
That was brought up too. I definitely 100% agree with that aspect. Kids don't know any better. Parents are kind of dumb. They give the kid the credit card number, or the kid manages to get it from a wallet, and then you rack up all that fucking money. I get that part. So yeah, that's like people were kind of worried about Devil May Cry 5 actually having
Yeah.
stuff. That people were worried about that. Definitely worried about that.
It's bad that in this day and age of gaming that you have to be worried about a game that's going to have some kind of dirty money scheme for
Yeah,
it.
it's so fucking weird. Fucking EA. Hey, speaking of Devil May Cry, Capcom made them. Capcom made Resident Evil. There's a new Resident Evil movie coming out, Josh. Supposedly it's going to be based on Resident Evil 7. You like that segue? It's like snapping. It's a snap. Supposedly it's going to be based off of Resident Evil 7.
It depends on how much they're going to go with being based off that.
Judging by how the other movies were, I don't know, but it's a new director.
Roughly.
What the fuck is up with his finger? I never noticed that before with his fingers in this mode.
The ET fingers.
Yeah, it's like, come here. Tendrils. Oh, that's why. Yeah. There we go.
I'll try his stupid broken tendril powers.
Yeah. Very nice, very nice. Very nice. Yeah, Resident Evil 7 will be the basis for the new movie. I think this guy is not having a good day. I think that's okay. I'm a huge Resident Evil fan. I know I don't have a whole lot of Resident Evil videos up at the moment, but
That's an understatement.
that is,
Or
yeah,
whatever.
yeah. Well, I'm decent, even though I rant about it to you a whole lot, Josh. Fire at will. This can't end badly.
Right.
Oh wait, it did. I think it's okay. A lot of people that I see on like forums and stuff like that, they don't like it because I understand it. They want Resident Evil 1, but
Yeah, they want it exactly like the games.
Yeah.
But I mean, that's unrealistic.
I don't think it's unrealistic. But I don't think people would kind of like that. You know what I mean? Because one thing like people like from the Marvel stuff is they like seeing Captain's uniform like in the comics. Like I understand that, but I think doing a lot of like say the comic book stories in movie form is not possible. Just like how making Resident Evil 1 into a movie would not be a very good idea. I think Resident Evil 7 works a whole lot better. Just because you have the family running around fucking with you.
Yeah, it's not
With
more
Resident
action oriented.
Yeah, that's the main thing they want to do is more action. But I would like to see a mixture of Resident Evil 7 and 1. Like you can have Umbrella doing weird shit if need be, and also have the weird family doing its Texas Chainsaw Massacre impersonation.
Long term people.
Yeah. I always thought it looked more Texas Chainsaw Massacre in my opinion.
It looks
but-
like a combination of
Oh yeah,
both.
combination, yeah. But I think it'll be entertaining at least. It
I
should
don't
be.
doubt that it won't be entertaining. It's
Yeah.
just a matter of how good they're gonna do
Okay,
it.
that's another unpopular opinion I have. I think all the Resident Evil movies are entertaining, even though they give me aneurysms and cancer. But
It
they're-
makes some really good rants.
Oh god damn it! But that's not. We don't have enough time left for that shit. Maybe next time. But I understand that they're popular movies and people enjoy them, even though they're not exactly what Resident Evil fans want. Hey, achievement unlocked. Too bad that won't pop up in the recording. For some reason that doesn't. For
And the
OBS.
fact that they didn't get alerted to me just drop kicking the
I
helicopter
think it's 'cause you're
and
doing, like,
bouncing
this-
off.
This in-game cutscene type bullshit. But I think it'll be alright. I'll give it a chance. Speaking of the Resident Evil movies, Paul W. Sanderson is doing another Capcom movie, Monster Hunter.
Oh yeah.
Mad Max with dinosaurs.
From
Sure.
what you've shown me, that's what it looks like.
Yeah, honestly, yeah. I don't hate Anderson or Mila Jovovich. I think Mila Jovovich is a really great actress.
Oh yeah.
Action-oriented actress. She's pretty awesome. Like, in terms of like, hey, name a badass female actress, I go immediately to her. Granted, I don't really think of anything else.
Yeah, she's kind of
The only one, really.
gotten out there synonymous with action movies.
Yeah. Anderson, I like some of his movies. Like, outside of Resident Evil stuff, I like some of his movies. So, what can you do? But, you know, I know there's a lot of people in the fandom that don't care much for him, but, man. But I'm not huge on Monster Hunter, so I don't know. You said it did have a story. You played a little bit of it, didn't you?
It has a story there.
Hmm.
I never really got much into it, but it does have one.
You think there's enough room for him to do whatever he wants for action stuff?
Should be. I mean, the game is mostly about action
Hmm.
and farming and stuff, but
Right.
there's potential.
No huge ass sword though.
It was big enough.
It's big enough. Not how it should. Outfit looks pretty good.
I mean,
though.
because otherwise they wouldn't be able to use it the way they're going to want to use it.
I agree with that. But you know,
At a certain point, you got to say enough's enough.
yeah. But we'll see. We will see how much enough is enough when
Because let's be honest,
when it comes
if,
out.
if they made it the real size it was in the game, for it to be usable by a
the
person,
mountain would have to be the dude.
it wouldn't even be that. For it to be usable by a person, the material it would be made out of would be shit.
That's why you
Like,
have lots of them.
You wouldn't be able to use it for much. and it would
until the
break or
prop
crack
breaks,
or
yeah.
something, and it would just be unrealistic. It could be done, but
You know
it would
we're
be
talking
lot
about a video
more.
game movie, right? Okay.
It could be done,
Okay.
but the way it would have to be done, from my understanding of how that would have to be made, it would be
Yeah, you do more of that shit than me.
ridiculous because it would have to. They would have to have multiples of them, which would cost more money. The material would have to be some kind of super lightweight material for them to be able to use it in the movies, without the actor being worn the fuck out instantly.
Well, it needs to. Well, yeah, but it also has to look fucking heavy.
Yeah, it has to look heavy. It has to be super lightweight.
Because that's one of the original one of the things that fucking hurt me in the original movies was when they had the executioner or Axeman, like they called him.
Don't question me opening this, guys.
Well, it's an experiment. When he used the fucking axe, you could tell it was fucking fake. Like, there's one point where he's banging on the door, and he's just fucking back and forth, a couple inches banging on it.
Yeah, like I understand he's
What the
supposed to be a
fuck?
super strong dude, but come on.
But in the game, in Resident Evil 5, it had fucking weight, man. Like, he lifted that shit, boom.
Yeah, he winded up for it.
Yeah, in the movie, it's just like, oh, I can probably, it's nothing. I can do little tricks with it. Woo! Yeah, hopefully it doesn't have something like that. That would annoy the fuck out of me. A lot of CG, though. I don't know how that would be.
If they do it right, not that big a deal.
No, that is true. And CG nowadays has been really, really good. Really good.
Yeah, I mean, look at the new Lion King.
Yeah. Looks okay. Looks okay.
I can realize they're using real animals and stuff for motion capture, but it's still gotta be a lot.
I seen someone edit it to make it look more like the cartoon movie, and it looks way fucking better.
Yeah, there's going to be a lot of CGI and stuff with that.
Oh yeah, that movie must have cost
There's
a
only
shit ton.
so much you can do with an animal.
Speaking of zombies though, and animals, I was going to segue into some Let's Drown Out stuff that I ripped off, but let's not do that yet. Full stop on that segue, crashing into a wall. Going to something more YouTube oriented. What do you think about PewDiePie losing his #1 spot in subscribers?
Never really much cared for him.
Ta-da!
He was okay back when he first started. At one point though, he just
See, I like him.
too big.
I like him now because he doesn't give a fuck.
I mean,
like that.
that's good in moderation, but when you're someone that's supposed to be that big of an influencer and you're just fuck it, whatever.
Yeah.
I mean,
I think it's fun. But PewDiePie versus T-Series. Do you know whose T-Series is?
not really.
An Indian, music channel. I kind of looked at some of their stuff. And they're blowing up fast. Apparently, India realized YouTube was a thing, I guess. Meh. Defeat the brawler before it kills people. No. Personally, without trolling, I'll get into that a little bit and shit talking. I kind of don't care either. In 20 years, who's going to remember PewDiePie or T-Series, probably? Legit.
Unless it becomes something ridiculously huge.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not gonna matter.
Yeah, it's hey, do you remember the first person to get 1 million subs on YouTube? I don't even remember his fucking name.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
something that happened. And now
And
it's just kind of
that's something for me since I'm on YouTube. Not professionally or anything, but I watch YouTube and all the drama bullshit. I can't remember the dude's name. I know he got a movie or something once. But yeah, you shouldn't get worked up about shit on YouTube. Eventually it's gonna go away. No one will remember. Do you remember the first YouTube video you've seen?
Something back in middle school, probably.
Something back in middle school.
No way.
That's I don't even remember what I watched yesterday.
I mainly watch a bunch of game review videos and stuff.
Yeah, see, it's all game stuff. Yeah, but eventually you're just gonna forget about that because the new game will come out. So, granted,
Yeah,
you'll watch
I
that
go
person.
back and watch some stuff, but yeah, it's mainly just about what I'm doing at the time.
Yeah, that's JonTron released a new video. I forgot fucking JonTron was even around. He makes a video a year. You don't even know who JonTron is, do you? Yep.
Probably not.
Yep.
May have seen his videos.
He's a
don't really
gaming
pay
dude.
attention.
When he was actually making content every day, he was a gaming dude. He was part of the Game Grumps for a little bit.
Oh.
Yeah, to go into shit talking mode, I want PewDiePie just to stay number one, just because T-Series is a company and PewDiePie is self-made pretty much, so kind of fuck them in that regard. I do think a lot of like the fuck India stuff is getting a bit much. I understand, that's normal thing for humans, like this is my side, fuck your other side, type stuff. But I think some of it's getting kind of much.
Anything in that regard gets too much because people just fucking go so far out.
I know. And what's funny is PewDiePie doesn't give a fuck. Like he's having fun with this because it's a nice YouTube moment of going back and forth. At least that's what he says. But he'll eventually get taken over. Like that's going to happen.
Everyone eventually gets eclipsed by someone else.
Yeah, but I think the main thing I'll hate. Sounded like I got choked up there. Literally did. Let me get a drink here. The main thing I'll hate for PewDiePie getting knocked off his number one spot is there's going to be so many fucking articles about it for fucking weeks.
Clickbaiting and people making videos talking shit about it.
Oh my god.
Just try to ride his coattails.
Yeah, there's going to be people like, oh man, it's so bullshit.
I can't stand channels that do that. They're literally just riding other people's coattails trying to get more views and clicks.
I kind of understand it in an aspect.
I get it, but it's not good.
But yeah, there's going to be people saying, oh, blah, 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 fuck him, and oh no, fuck T-Series, and fuck you. But the one I'm waiting for is I'm betting there's going to be a Wall Street Journal article, because you don't know this since you don't watch them. He got in trouble for, a lot of things.
I knew that.
Yeah. Okay, that's funny that you actually knew that. He got in trouble for a few things. I know there's going to be a Wall Street Journal article that's pretty much racist YouTuber gets beaten by brown people. That's pretty much what it's going to be. And it's going to be like, ain't that ironic, ladies and gentlemen?
Oh, God. The only reason I know about that kind of stuff is because some of the people I watch, they do reviews about stuff going on in today's times, and they'll bring up things like, oh yeah, when this happened, and they'll talk about stuff like that. But that's about all I know about other stuff that goes on.
Yeah, and I will defend pretty much PewDiePie's first fuck up of paying some dude like $5 to have like gas to use or some shit as a sign, because in context. And I'm probably going to get shit for this, but I don't care. In context, he
heard you.
Huh?
I said you heard you. That's fine.
No, yeah. Fucker. Yeah, I can make fun of my own people. I put down the controller just to explain this to Josh, ladies and gentlemen. The context was he found this website that legit said if you pay to anyone X amount of money, they will do whatever. What's your natural...
Craigslist.
Pretty much. Like... Oh, my throat's getting hurt. Like, my natural response, if I had money, if I had a channel, would be, I don't believe you.
Like, how far can I?
Yeah, how far
can I make
that's
this
what
go?
that was the context. How far can I go?
Yeah, it was a parody.
Yeah, and in the video, like he's laughing, like, oh my god, they actually did it. So I will defend him on that.
Yeah, I mean that went on. That would be my reaction to like, how far can I take this before they say no?
Yeah, like then they
like
fucking
realistically,
did it.
they're saying anything. So how far is anything?
Yeah. And now the other thing I will not defend him on, because I think that's a bit much, was he called someone the N-word while live streaming. Now, I will agree that in the heat of gaming, you do say bad shit, but I don't recall that being a part of my vocabulary. Like, I will say other bad shit, but I will not say that. Now, let's move on from that controversial shit, because I don't want to get too political here. But yeah, that's my stance on all that.
I have comments I don't want to get shit on.
Yeah,
so.
no one cares, no one watches this video. Segueing into political stuff again. Don't
want to be political.
Don't want to get political, let's get into political. This is just, something weird I've noticed. I thought it was kind of funny. Back when Battlefield 5 was coming out, they would make that big deal about, oh no, women.
Oh, all that bullshit.
Yeah.
People lost their fucking minds about that.
Yeah,
but I love. People hate that they did this and they're blaming this for why their sales went down. But they're just like, no, it's a game.
Yeah.
If you don't like it, don't buy it.
Yeah.
What did he freaking do?
And see, what was weird is I was thrown into, like, I wasn't a part of, like, any talks, but just by generalization and me watching stuff, I was thrown into, like, the, oh, you hate women crowd, when my thing was, no, this looks like fucking Call of Duty. I want Battlefield, fuckers.
Yeah, I mean...
But
that thing blew out of proportion so quickly.
I think it did.
People just...
Went
God.
nuts, like usual. But one thing I thought was kind of interesting is no one's talking about that anymore.
Yeah, no. They're just talking about how it failed because of them being aggressive with their marketing, is what they called it. Aggressive marketing, because they're like, well, if you don't like it, don't buy it. And they're blaming that now for...
I just think it's weird. It's kind of like with Battlefield 1, it's like, oh, there's a black man in World War One. And
that wasn't historic. Who cares? It's a game.
Well, technically it was. You had the Harlan Hellfires.
But I mean, like, people's main complaint about Battlefield 5 was that it's not accurate. It's not accurate. Well, they're basing it off of things that happened. But it's still, at the end of the day,
a game.
It's a game, and they want you to have fun with it.
I will agree that there's some stuff I find questionable when they're like, oh, we're not going for historically accurate. Hey, here's this historically accurate gun. I do think that kind of talking.
They kind of go in between.
Yeah.
But I mean, they've done it well for how many years now?
Till now, pretty much until now, in my opinion. But yeah, my whole thing is like, it's not Battlefield game. Like, that's like, oh man, just go back onto that fucking outrage bullshit. Is, oh, you're a woman with a katana and your prosthetics. All that's historically accurate, like weapon wise and prosthetics wise.
Yeah.
And multiplayer, who cares about multiplayer?
They actually took that out because of all the bitching. They took out the customization.
Supposedly they said it'll be released again later on.
But I mean, like, they...
God damn it. Fuck it, let's do this. I don't know what the point
I just can't stand that shit, though. As they said, you either like the game or you don't.
Yeah.
Get the fuck over it.
But I just think it's funny, like, no one's talking about, like, how outrageous anything is.
Yeah, they're not talking about what started it. They're just now blaming their reaction. Oh, they reacted terribly to this, and that's why their game's selling like shit.
Really, my point is, like, it's now like, oh, it's just a bad game. Like, no one cares about anything.
Actually, speaking of that, so the statistics they're basing it off of right now, with a few of the people I've watched online that do the video game reviews and stuff, the statistics they're basing it off of for why it's selling badly are only the statistics that they've released so far, which are physical copies. Doesn't include digital copies.
I think
because they haven't released those numbers yet.
Well, I think digital does good nowadays anyway.
I mean, most people go digital because it's easier, and you can also with Xbox you can game share and stuff. So,
well, my thing is like, okay, I buy the game, I'm gonna have to wait like 2 hours to fucking download the thing because my internet's shitty. If I already buy it, download.
If you buy it digitally, you get to pre-download it and all kinds of other stuff.
I do think that's pretty shitty that they're using that. Like, oh, the physical sales are down. It must be bad.
That's the only numbers we have access to at the moment.
Yeah.
The last time I checked, which was like yesterday or the day before, the video I was watching was talking about that. So we don't, as of yet, have access to their digital number sales because they haven't released it yet. So it might be selling better than Battlefield 1 because they were comparing it to Battlefield 1 sales.
Me, like, personally, it doesn't look like a proper Battlefield game, so I'm going to skip it.
It's the one of the main complaints during the beta by multiple people that review it. And I keep bringing up Angry Joe, but that's the main one that I've watched, and a lot of people will know
that dick.
People will know him more than some of the other people I watch. But he said that the main complaint everybody had, including him and other Joe, was that they had a lot of issues with the time to kill. Felt like people were just bullet sponges, and so they've changed that. But now they've changed it to where the time to kill is so quickly, it feels like it's Call of Duty because you spawn and you get just gunned down within a few moments with a few bullets.
Yeah.
And then you're respawning again somewhere else, and it's way too hectic now. Like, I get where they want to go more action oriented, but it feels like they've gone too far down that hole.
They want that Call of Duty money, man.
I don't blame them, but
yeah, I don't blame them. But at the same time, they have Call of Duty.
That doesn't mean that it makes Call of Duty right.
That is true. That is very true.
Because then eventually, if everybody's doing the same thing, you're just gonna have the same games with different companies.
That's kind of like the whole Battlegrounds bullshit.
Yeah, it's gonna be boring.
I have a few more topics, but I think we'll end with one more, if that's okay with you. It's
again, your video.
Oh, it's almost. I need to fucking go to bed. We fucked around for too much. I kind of like how much we've changed during this conversation. We probably pissed off a lot of people towards the end, but
That's kind of what I do, but
eh, well, my thing is it's all opinions, pretty
yeah,
much.
I mean, that's the way I always look at it. It's your opinion.
It's
You can have your
man.
opinion.
Yeah. Everyone has shitty opinions. Speaking of which, another topic I want to talk about. Hey, did you know Lord of the Rings is racist?
I was waiting for you to bring that up.
God damn it.
That's...
So I go for... I like going all over the place on the internet for opinions on the right and the left on the political spectrum, but I personally like going crazy with it, like completely far left, completely far right.
Well,
Just
what's
see,
bad is this isn't anything new. This is
Yeah.
keeps getting brought up every
Yeah.
couple of years
yeah, it does.
with new evidence.
Well, what's weird is this is the first time I'm hearing it, but I'm not a huge Lord of the Rings fan. Like, my brother told me about this. Like, when I brought it up to him, he was like, "Oh yeah, that happens a lot," like you're saying. But like reading it for the first time, I just like, I'm confused on how these people can get to that. Like, I'll link the topic in the description to see what y'all think, but it just a lot of it seems like it's reaching.
I mean, a lot of the more extremist articles and stuff.
Well, they go crazy anyway. That's what they do.
A lot of it is just reaching and reading into things that may not have been originally intended, and then insisting that that's how it was originally intended. But you the way I look at it, you're not the person who wrote it. You're not the person who made it. Well, you don't know what they were thinking.
Well, there is something called death of the author, where the author technically does not matter in his work that he made.
Yeah.
But I don't know if I always subscribe to that thought. Man, there's a fucking good art piece I just made here, man.
That's Jungle Gym, right?
I like it. But my whole thing is like you can have that opinion of like, okay, it's racist, or have that discussion. But when you try and force that opinion on people, like it is a
when
fact.
you try to force that into
That's an
my
issue.
opinion is the only truth, and you're wrong if you think otherwise. That's getting into Nazism essentially.
No, man, they're on the left. They know what they're talking about.
Okay, sure.
Yeah, sure.
And the people on the right are always right as well.
Oh, this fucker.
But I mean, at some point, when you're insisting on the facts being only what you think, that is going into Nazism rhetoric bullshit.
Fascism.
I am right, you are wrong,
Fascist.
and I am right because I say so.
Yeah, because I'm part of the good side. Fuck you. But one thing that I saw that was kind of neat. Someone brought it up, and I already told you about this. Someone brought up that it's more of a outside of it, being hey, good versus bad, allies versus Axis, because Tolkien was
during that time.
Yeah, and he was in World War II. It's more about why industry is bad or rapid
expansion.
And I never thought about that before. That's interesting. But everyone in that talk was just shitting on that dude.
Yeah, it devolved. So,
Yeah.
I only read. I think you read the majority of it. I only read the first page or two.
I started
of comments
skimming
because I got
jeez.
kind of felt like I was gonna have an aneurysm.
Yeah, I kind of have that too. I have that with most Reset Era topics, honestly, on Off Topic. I need to stop reading there because, like I said, I like seeing both sides, but I think there's just too much extreme bullshit, and that's not healthy for your mental capacity.
No. They prove that and people who get that way is partly caused because of where they go to on the internet to look at stuff. They showed that on Facebook, the more and the internet, people that think the websites and stuff that track what you're looking at, use that to show you more of what you're interested
I've noticed
in,
it on
and
YouTube,
less of what the other part was. There was a guy who did an experiment. I can't remember his channel, but he did an experiment where he made 2 different profiles. And one of them he looked at specifically one way that was basically Nazis and stuff, and he saw more and more of that. And the other way he looked at it, he saw the exact opposite, and it was all based on where he visited, what he looked at.
I agree with that, yeah.
That
definitely happens. Like, I started looking up Naruto stuff the other day, and on my recommended thing, there's nothing but Naruto stuff.
Yeah, if you surround yourself with the same stuff and refuse
you just get more,
to acknowledge anything else,
you're
going to get further and further into this.
As much as ResetEra doesn't like to be called this, but they are pretty much a fucking hug box of you better think the way we think, motherfucker.
Yeah.
But that's just my opinion. I'll definitely get shit for that opinion.
There's a lot of people that are going into that now.
Yeah, there's just a lot of that. Like, it's so weird. Like, one of the Thomas Jefferson quotes I like is Oh shit, I forgot it. Fuck. It's pretty much, hey, I've never seen a difference of opinion caused to get rid of a good friend, and people are just going crazy with that stuff. And I understand that there's some opinions that are really shitty, and you should give a friend a side eye if they have it. Like, hey man, I want to kill all black people. You should probably give that person a side eye.
Or like, okay, why the fuck are you thinking that?
Yeah. Or like, hey, I want to kill all white people.
What
it's
happened
like,
to you that caused this?
Yeah, like, who touched you as a kid? Yeah, but it's always, the loud minority of like users that scream and screech
I hate
on
that
both sides.
The squeaky wheel gets the grease, but that doesn't mean that the squeaky wheel should be fucking right.
Yeah.
Just because they're running their mouths the most doesn't mean they're right. But you're doing something to make them shut up. That doesn't help the issue.
I do like video game section era every now and then. They usually have some good stuff, but I don't know. I don't know. I kind of like looking at the crazy left stuff more than the right stuff because
But you know what? We're both wrong because we're both white.
And male.
White men.
And male, yeah. I think I like the left crazy stuff most. I think just because it's crazy, it's insane stuff.
Yeah.
But stuff on the right is more, I guess, scary, and you can't really laugh at it. You know what I mean?
You can't really laugh at a lot of the stuff on both sides at this point because everyone's just...
Oh, that is very true. That's probably why, I think the Lord of the Rings thing really kind of broke, my camel's back, if I use that fucking phrase right, where I'm like, this is done, I'm done, kind of.
It's one of the reasons I don't go on those tangents anymore because it got to the point where it's just like, what am I even reading and why is this...
It's not like it really fucking matters anyway. Like... What was it, 2020? Oh, yeah, we'll be doing something else.
Pray to God.
Yeah, me too. Jesus Christ.
Pray to something at this point. Jesus,
pray to
something.
Pray to Thor. Pray to Stan Lee.
Maybe Stan Lee will become the new Tiber Septim.
Okay, yeah.
To godhood.
Yeah. Get fucked, everybody. I don't know, people now... I also understand that if you're at extreme on YouTube and stuff like that, you get more views because people like that fucking crazy shit.
People are entertained by that.
Yeah, they like the whole fuck you, man. They like they like that internet blood sport type shit.
But just because it's entertaining doesn't mean you should.
Yeah, that means it's right.
Get behind it.
I think that's honestly why a lot of the people like Giant Bomb and I think well, I'm just gonna use Giant Bomb as the main example. They don't talk about political stuff. That's smart. They talk about it every now and then, but their main thing is hey, just assume that we're gonna say that's fucked and let's just move on and talk about video games.
Yeah.
And really, after this recording, I'm probably gonna side with that too because
doing that. You said that last time.
I did, didn't I? God damn it!
Last time me and you recorded, we said the same thing.
I forgot. What did you tell me?
Because this is funny and I love the tangents.
I hate you so much. But yeah, it's better that way. That way you don't piss anyone off. And I understand that it's you're being a little bitch by doing that, but. I don't...
You just don't want to deal with the aftermath.
It's not that. It's just, I don't... when everyone's in on, the shitty joke that you have, it's fine. But eventually you get to the point where, some people don't understand it's a joke and, shit just goes crazy,
Yeah.
But, whatever. This last half of the fucking recording just went to shit. That's funny.
Isn't that generally what happens when me and you sit here and have tangents and talks?
Oh, yeah. We go into serious topics. We had the fun start, and then we went serious. But
block the bullet back at him.
Oh, I should. I'm trying to get into my sticky goo. It's stuck.
Let's be honest, that would have killed him to begin with. Shooting shit up at the freaking...
Yeah, that is true.
That would have knocked it out.
The main thing to take away, ladies and gentlemen, if you are part of what I call the sane people, is it's just our opinions about everything. You could hate Stan Lee, too. Who the fuck cares about Stan Lee? That'd be your right to think that. He just blew himself up.
It did no damage to. What the fuck?
It's a fucking asshole. That's one thing I kind of don't like. Is no one cares about opinions anymore. It's all oh, you said that. That's must be fact.
Everyone treats what you say as an opinion and what you think about something as you wholeheartedly believe that and nothing. That's not how opinions work.
And there's also the well, you must be yes or no. There's no like.
Yeah, there's no ambiguous. It's
Yeah.
you're either yay or nay to it. You can't be in between. If you're in between, you're just lying.
I like to think that, like I was saying, like that's just like a small group of people just being crazy.
I hope. Like
I do too.
I really
God
want
damn,
to believe in
fucking
humanity
derping like
not
crazy.
being this big of a dick, but
Wait, what?
and people of humanity not being being this big of ridiculous assholes about everything.
I
But
know.
the more shit that
I'm gonna
happens,
throw
the more
somebody
you
at
question
him.
this. Oh, you don't have that upgrade yet. Never mind.
Yeah, I can't hijack that bitch.
No, the tentacle throw upgrade.
Oh, that's right. He's stuck in the tree.
Looks like it. Oh, hit him with your tentacles over and over again.
Taking out the trash.
Terrible.
That's
puns.
the pun for the day. I don't know. Shit's just fucked. It is better just to not deal with that shit, just because, like I was saying, like your mind is better. Like being off Facebook, not being off Facebook. I've toned down my sharing and liking and shit like that and following on Facebook. I feel way fucking better.
Yeah, I've been like that for a while now, where I go on there, look at funny, stupid shit, and that's about all I do on Facebook.
Like that's honestly the best thing. Like,
Something to get a laugh, make me feel better, and then just go about my day.
Granted, you are, I guess, becoming a sheep and closing your eyes and stuff, but you can't fucking be hardcore into everything all the time. That's not healthy.
I mean, a sheep would be following along with it no matter what.
Oh, that is true.
You're just ignoring it at this point.
Yeah, you could argue that's bad too. What time is it? Damn, we need to end this shit. Well, since we went serious, let's go back to being jokey joke. I already completed the mission, I think. I don't know, I wasn't paying attention. I was just kind of just running around hitting shit.
I said I don't think you even did a mission.
I don't think I did either. We went serious mode for there. Oh yeah, this is the question I withheld from you somewhat. Going back to something less serious and on a high note. Things gamers do that we can't explain.
Oh, yeah. That stupid clickbait shit.
Yeah.
Let's go through
that's
this.
right. I gave you a taste.
You gave me one of them.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. let me get in this. Let's play along, listeners, with this.
Let's play along and see if we as gamers can explain these things.
Yes, us gamers. Am I right? Lean forward after a defeat.
After a defeat, okay. I mean, occasionally, depending on the game.
Yeah, but why? What? You can't explain that, can you?
Mannerisms, I guess. I don't fucking know.
Yeah, pretty much. Like when I do it, like if it's a hard enough loss, it's a more of a oh fuck lean in.
Yeah, like all right, time to get serious.
Yeah, no, it's more of a. For me, it's nowadays. I'm going to bed.
I'm done with it tonight.
Yeah, I've had those moments where I've gotten my shit wrecked so hard. I'm like, I'm done today. I'm done for today. Explain as if in pain when our character takes large amounts of damage.
That would be empathy and relating to something, which is a basic human nature.
Yeah. My thing is
that's not even gamers at that point.
See, my thing is like when something like really fucked up, like you just got one hit, and you didn't know you could get one hit. That's that's like holy shit. Like Dark Souls, like that's all like oh shit no.
That's all that game is.
Yeah. Find which way to go, then take the opposite path.
That's classic RPGing. It's because you want to explore everything and get all of the good shit.
You don't understand, Josh. You can't explain this.
Okay, sure.
But yeah, pretty much it's all...
Pretty much has nothing to do with the fact that most games, the way they're laid out nowadays, and even back in the day, that if you go the right path, you're not going to find half the shit that's in the game.
Yeah.
Or even... In Final Fantasy, you're not going to find the best shit in the game.
Yeah.
You have to go off the beaten path, do 50 different side missions and 16 different things that are impossible, and then you'll get the best weapon.
Yeah, a good life lesson. Don't follow
the beaten path. It's about roughly.
Yeah, sure. I lost that.
Actually,
I'm fucking tired.
Don't follow everybody else. You need to. Sometimes you need to make your own path.
Yeah, sometimes it's nice to see the other way.
Sometimes it's necessary.
Yeah. Oh, this is the one I gave you. Save magnum bullets.
Yeah. Yeah, that can't be explained at all.
Yeah, that can't be explained. Since I'm a Resident Evil person, nothing important about the magnum. There's nothing at the end of the game or any bosses you could save them for, and they're rare.
Yeah, nothing in a video game requires you to have a weapon that deals more damage.
What funny thing was, for I can't remember what number playthrough it was of Resident Evil 3. I saved about it was 0. That's right, it was 0. I saved about 30 rounds of Magnum ammunition
For the end of the game.
Yeah, and I didn't use it hardly.
Because you get into that point where you're like, I need to save it, I need to save it.
Yeah.
Oh, do I need to use it? No, I need to save it.
Use it? No. And I had like 30 fucking rounds. I was like, whatever. Buy all the skills, but only use about 3 regularly.
Well, with that, a lot of the games that have the skill trees, you have to buy the prerequisite skills to unlock the later skills.
Yeah.
And then once you've gotten the best skills, why the fuck would you use the weaker ones?
Yes. And usually there is that magical combo you can do.
Yeah. Or something that requires you to have use a certain skill so much before you can unlock something.
Or there's an achievement.
There's always a requirement.
Or there's an achievement to buying all the skills. Or you have the money, why fucking not?
Yeah, you have the money and nothing else to spend it on. What else are you going to do with it?
Yeah. Hate any and all tutorials.
Because they treat you like an idiot.
That too. I don't hate all tutorials. There's a few I enjoy.
Some of them are needed, but a lot of the press forward on the left stick to walk forward.
Yeah,
No fucking shit.
Yeah, one thing I've seen said that everything's pretty much the same. Oh, walk forward.
For most games, yeah.
There should be an option to skip.
And then make you go through the ones that are new features, yeah.
Like that Far Cry game, Blood Dragon. That was one of my favorite tutorials, just because it kind of made fun of them.
Because it wasn't a tutorial; it was just a parody at that point.
Yeah.
And I mean, the whole game was a parody.
The worst one I ever had was I think it was Assassin's Creed Revelations. That was a horrible fucking tutorial.
What was the worst about it? It's been a while.
Hey, climb up this huge fucking wall to the top. And I wish there was an option that was like, I've played Assassin's Creed before.
I know how this works, buddy.
And it's just, I just was like, I know how this goes, goddammit, come on.
Oh god, there's more than one there. Okay.
Never admit we died in a tutorial. I've died in a tutorial.
I mean, it happens. Sometimes,
Yeah, it
some of the tutorials are really fucking a pain in the ass.
Yeah, sometimes it's just like, oh, I did something wrong. Whoopsie.
Or in some games that never had QuickTime events before, but all of a sudden have them, you're not prepared for that.
Or like Dark Souls, you die in the tutorial.
That's because that's Dark Souls.
Yeah.
That's the whole premise of that game.
But I'm not ashamed to say I died in a tutorial. Like, I'll say I even died at like easy AI bots before, just because I wasn't paying attention. No, there's a pixel of health left, and use all the risky moves to win.
Well, because you never know when it's going to evolve into its next stage.
And you're almost no. This is for you. Like, you have like 1 HP left, and you're using like everything you have.
Yeah, I mean, because at that point, it's either go big or go home.
Yeah, like you're dead anyway. Fucking use everything.
I'm either gonna kill him or I'm gonna die and restart this anyway.
Yeah, especially if like you're 1 hit and he's 1 hit. Fuck yeah! Like, oh my god, yes.
Okay.
Get a 100-hit combo on a corpse.
Some games have achievements for that.
Yes. And in the case of the first God of War, if I recall, there's an exploit you could do to get infinite red orbs.
Yep.
So
it was one of the bosses, I believe.
Yeah. Yeah. No. It was a normal character or normal enemy. I think it was one of the like harpies. Like, if you go up the wall, climb up a wall just right when a harpy dies, it'll continuously bounce for red orbs, if I recall.
That's been a while.
Same for me. I could be thinking of a different game. I could be thinking of Darksiders, actually. No.
No, that makes sense in God of War.
Yeah.
God of War had shit like that.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Now this one you definitely can't explain, Josh. Mute everyone when online.
Oh yeah. Why would I want to mute other people?
Why would you want to mute other people online? That's
nothing to do with how shitty people are.
Let's count the ways. Keep playing. I'm counting right now. Music in the background that's garbled.
Their mic being too sensitive and picking up them having an argument while their baby or child's crying.
Yes.
Dogs barking.
Dogs barking. That's a good one. A fan being on. or just being loud, like the mic just picks up like,
Every fucking thing in the
so you
world.
just hear from the mic. Dude telling you, hey, buy me X weapon, or hey, let me pick X character so we can win.
Or
Dude
shouting racist slurs, talking shit. Some little kid yelling on there like he's a grown ass man.
Yeah. Having
Getting pissy when you call him out on it.
Having a girl on there, everyone then commenting on how everyone freaking the fuck out and wanting to fuck said girl, and girl getting defensive, and or I have seen girls go with it and be like, oh guys, that's kind of annoying too.
Just embracing it, yeah.
Yeah, just embracing it and stuff like that. It's like, oh hey, if you subscribe to my Instagram, the leader who thinks he's a leader is like, all right boys, you want to go left, I want to go forward. God damn, why didn't you go forward?
That would go with Stone Mountain 64's on the battlefield
Yeah,
videos.
yeah, he's pretty much that guy.
But he does it good.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, him, you know he's joking.
And he's taking it as a joke. Like, it literally is a parody for him.
Dude that dies, that always, like, blames
everyone else?
Yeah.
Starts running his mouth. What if you had done this or
pretty
that?
much dark side feeling everything. Just like, oh, this game sucks. Like, no, you're just kind of fucking bad, yo. And the other people are good.
You're bad and won't admit that you're bad and try to get better.
Yeah, it's just, I don't remember the last time I had an online match where I listened to everybody.
I would say Fallout 76 because I just don't feel like going through and muting everybody when I get into a server.
I kind of feel that.
And you're also the map is so big that you rarely run into other people.
That's kind of interesting. I didn't know that.
The few people I've run into, the first game I got into after it, I had someone being an asshole to me. Him and his buddy were just killing me over and over. And I looked at the map. It was literally.
Did they call you gay while they were doing it? Okay.
It was literally just the three of us on the server. I somehow got into a server where it was just me and two other people, and they were teamed up and just kept following me around and killing me. After that, I've got people that are like, "Hey, I'll give you free shit," and yelling at me because I'm not standing still to give them free shit.
Yeah, to play devil's advocate for that, you do meet cool people online. It is just rare.
It is occasional, but yeah.
It is rare. Like, one of my favorite moments was in Sea of Thieves, actually. Went up on, like, this other ship. Like, they just got fucking attacked. I was like, hey, guys, what's going on? Like, their boat was, like, glitched out into a rock. It couldn't sink. You know, they couldn't sink it. And they had treasure on there. And they're like, yeah, you know, we just got fucked. Can you help us out? I was like, yeah, man, I can get you a lift. And, you know, I gave them a lift back to one of the main towns to cash in the treasure. They gave me one box. It was cool. We're all on the same.
On the other side of that, you also get the people who, after you do something nice for them, just fuck you over because they think it's funny.
Yeah, I have had plenty of that in Sea of Thieves. That one good moment.
It's like, oh, thanks for helping me out, and then they just fuck you over.
Yeah. Like my funniest one was dudes were trying to fuck me over, and I like to think I was clever, but they were actually just really fucking stupid. Dude was climbing up on my boat, and it's like, whoa, 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 friend or foe? It's like, foe, I mean friend, and I just blew his fucking head off with my blunderbuss, and his buddy's like, I'm definitely a friend, man. It's like, you sure about that? He's like, yep. What about your buddy? He was a foe. It's like, oh, he's a moron.
By himself.
Okay, yeah, you can hop on and ride where you need to go, boss. Yeah, good moments are rare, so it's generally just mute shit.
Yeah.
One of my funniest moments here lately is some dude in PUBG, because you can't mute those fuckers. He did a Night of the Roxbury reference, and I was the only one that caught it. I was like, hey, that's a good movie reference there, boss. Like, wow, someone actually remembered like a 20-year-old fucking movie. It's like, yeah, that's kind of sad, isn't it? Or not 20, more like 18-year-old. And we just had kind of a talk, and there was one PUBG match I had. No one said a racial slur until someone pointed it out at the last second. Then people just went fucking nuts. It's like, oh yeah, that's right. Also, one of my favorite moments in PUBG. A lot of favorite moments, I guess. Few and far between. The good ones stand out. Someone was acting like an airplane attendant. It's like, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for being on PUBG Airlines. If you look out to the left, you see blah, blah, blah. Out to the right, you see the beautiful ocean we have here. And people were going along
Stone
with
Mountain's
it.
done that before.
Oh, has he? That's kind of cool.
I'm not gonna say he did it first, but I have seen videos where he's done that with his radio voice that he turns on.
That's
the
cool.
old school radio.
That's cool. I like that. But yeah, going with the things we can't explain. It's generally good idea just to mute people because there's just a lot of shitty fucking people.
Oh yeah.
Granted, I will admit I was that guy at one point in my younger years, but now I'm at that point where like that's fucking.
I mean, there's a point where you're doing it as a joke, and then there's a point where you're doing it because
you're an asshole.
You're just being an asshole. At this point.
Dislike.
Knowing the difference is very important.
Yes. It's sometimes hard to tell. Another thing we can't explain, Josh, as gamers. Dislike the consoles we don't own.
That would just be
preference.
Basic human reactions, essentially.
Yeah. That's just preference, man. That's all that is.
I at one point owned a PS4, a Xbox One, and a Wii.
You see all my fucking viewers and listeners cannot see, but I have like pretty much all the consoles except for Switch right now. I don't dislike the consoles I don't own. The hell are you doing?
Trying to open an invisible door, apparently.
Oh yeah, you're going down into like the sewers or something like that. There you go. I don't dislike. Well,
a lot of it is pointing out the stupid things that developer or company has done. It's just like, I agree that this has happened, but it doesn't take away from what it is.
Reason why I hate or dislike or do not like the PlayStation 3 as much as the Nintendo Wii or 360 was because of the, hey man, you want this console for $2 million fucking dollars? Or what? It was like $800 like launch, and it's like that's really fucked up that you do that.
Yeah, things like that.
That's not saying the other companies haven't done shitty stuff, but that puts it on a I don't like it as much scale. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it influences how you think about it because like that's just being a dick.
Yeah, and also I didn't really like a whole lot of PlayStation 3 games anyway.
There wasn't really very many out.
Yeah, and that was a meme for a time, like PlayStation doesn't have games, but.
And then the Xbox One did the same thing next year with the PS4.
Yeah.
PS4 had better launch games, for the most part.
Yeah,
they were exclusive.
Yeah, everything like comes around. People like I don't understand the whole like
That's
loyalty
the gaming
thing.
industry.
Yeah, it's just no. I mean like people like it all just circles. Like one console will be doing one thing, and then the other one will be good, the other one will be bad. It's a circular thing. I used to go into console war shit just because I thought it was funny. I like starting shit, but at the end of the day, it really doesn't matter. If you're having fun, whatever.
At this point, it goes back down to people are just taking things too fucking seriously.
Yeah, it's that whole like tribe mentality of like, this is my side, fuck you.
I just want to play good games. Fuck who it's for.
That's where I'm on now. Yeah, like I'll play a good game. If
this console has that game and this other console doesn't, well, I want this console then.
That is one thing I've been doing here lately is going more PC just because saving money.
It has most everything.
Pretty much, and some of the exclusives I don't really. I want to play, but it's not like I want to buy a new console for it.
Yeah, I mean, I want a PS4 to play a few exclusives.
Yeah.
But beyond that, all of my friends are on Xbox.
Pretty much, yeah.
And I don't see a point in going to another console and trying to get new people on there with most people that will play on there are just going to be a bunch of dicks.
Oh, yeah. Like, what was bad about this generation is... It's pretty you pretty much it split up our friend group pretty bad. You know, so and so went to PlayStation 4, some of us stayed on Xbox, some went to PC. Like it's split.
I had a buddy that actually went to PS4 for the exclusives. He got kind of tired of not having anybody to play with because there was only a few of the people where we worked that played on PlayStation, and the group of people that we played with at the time convinced him to come back to Xbox. So he took his PlayStation and he had the Destiny exclusive one.
Oh yeah.
It looked really fucking awesome. But he traded that in and his games to a person for an Xbox One S with a couple of games. And then once he came back to it, I was pretty much the only person that was playing with him. Everyone else just kind of played with him a few times, but if he wasn't playing what they wanted to play, they didn't want to compromise. Like, well, you need to play this. I don't want to play that. Well, I don't want to play that.
Yeah, that is one thing I've noticed. Like, some of the people I used to play with that don't play with anymore, they're like, oh, you want to play Halo today? I'm like, I don't want to play fucking Halo today.
Or the kick at the time was fucking PUBG.
Oh, yeah, PUBG.
Well, I'm burnt out on PUBG. Well, we still want to play it. Well, can we play something else? No, we want to play PUBG.
Yeah. Like, it's...
Okay.
Like, I try to make a deal with one of my buddies. Like, okay, Wednesday we'll play whatever you fucking want, but any other day, like I'm doing my shit, man. But it kind of just fell apart after that. I still talk to him every now and then, but not really the game. I think it could be where our age is, because if we were younger, I think we'd probably be okay, like playing wise. We're getting old, man. We can't game no more, really. You see my fucking backlog right there? Like,
let's be honest.
100
Your backlog has been enormous since high school.
that is true. I've actually done
Every
pretty
time,
good.
every time you get through a chunk of it, you add more to it. Again.
I've actually been good this year.
You have been comparatively.
Okay, yeah, one of the good things I seen on ResetEra, on the gaming side, just to give ResetEra props after fucking giving it shit for some of its stupid fucking people. Where is it? It's a challenge they do. Like, there's beat X amount of games in a year, and they also have listened to X amount of albums in a year, listen or watched X amount of shows in a year, and stuff like that.
Challenges like a game.
Yeah, and I thought it was like really cool, and it pretty much helped me a little bit. Yeah, 52 games in a year helped me with Hey, you got a mutation award. With getting some of my backlog done. I have completed this year 20 games out of my backlog that is slowly getting bigger, but that 20 games, that's what?
The fucking flavor text.
Oh. Yeah, man.
Not your fucking business.
That's like a Fallout type stuff. It's like a goofy fucking image. Yeah, 20 games. Like, I think that's more than last year, because, like, I was actually kind of focused on beating games.
Yeah, you also used to be a real bad achievement whore.
I'm better now. I'm very much better. I only do games that I actually enjoy. I don't fucking go after games I fucking hate anymore. God, that's low point of my video game life.
Oh god, I remember that you get online and us get into a party and you just bitching about this game. I'm like, why are you playing? You're like, I need the achievement.
I want the achievement. Why? What do you
Why?
have to do?
Because it's easy, but the game is shit.
Well, some of them was like, why are you playing that game? What do you have to do? I have to get 1,000 kills with this one specific gun. Oh, that sucks. Yeah.
The gun sucks. Can't do anything with it.
Worst achievement, in my opinion, was the 7-day challenge for Dead Rising 1.
Oh yeah, fuck that.
You have to stay up for a day and a half.
I remember you telling me about doing that.
I've done it 3 times.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't... That's not a proud fucking moment. Not proud of
It's
that.
impressive, but not necessarily for the right reasons.
In a certain light, yes, it is very impressive. I probably couldn't do it nowadays. First time was I didn't properly make an Xbox account, so it didn't count technically.
Oh yeah, you told me about that. You were pissed.
Yeah. Second time I did it was for
You
me.
hadn't probably registered or some shit. 'Cause
Yeah.
back in the day, making the 360 accounts was fucking fandangled.
Yeah, it was rocket science.
Because I remember I made an account at school during our computer classes.
Yeah.
And went home and couldn't get it on my Xbox, and it said it wasn't registered or some shit, and I had to make a whole new account. And now
something like that.
account still exists, but I'm completely locked out of it, and it's my account. I can't access it.
I'm sure eventually it'll get deleted. It'd be alright. Yeah, second time was actually on my main account, and third time I actually didn't do it because I fell asleep. I was doing it for my brother because I didn't have a job at the time, because of course I didn't if I did it fucking 3 times. He said, hey, if you do this, I'll give you a 1-year Xbox Gold. Well, yeah, fuck yeah. Never did it, never got the card. Or did I get the card? I must have if I kept playing. I probably explained it to him. Yeah, I never got him that achievement. I need to do that again for him.
If he still cares at this point.
He doesn't care. Like he's kind of like me. He doesn't care about achievements. He's more in the I don't give a fuck about achievements anymore.
Yeah, I know there for a while you and him were
Achievement horn like
blazing
crazy.
through games.
Almost at 200,000 achievements.
Yeah.
If I still didn't have a job, I'd probably be way past that shit. I wouldn't have all these games though, but
Semantics.
Yeah. But hopefully after I get my backlog done, it'll definitely be past 200,000. But the last thing on things gamers do that we can't explain, we got fucking sidetracked like a motherfucker with that last one. You can't explain why we turn on subtitles.
Okay. That's the biggest bullshit one yet.
I don't think you understand. You do not understand. Why do you turn on subtitle? You can't explain it.
So I can hear what
No,
the fuck's going on
no.
and read it.
Tide goes in, tide goes out. You can't explain that.
Has nothing to do with the moon, you're right.
No. Yeah, I do it because, I can't really fucking hear too good.
Or sometimes when certain games that have moving cutscenes,
Yeah.
like in the original Red Dead Redemption,
Yeah.
you would be going along with the cutscene, and then all of a sudden the sound gets muted because some other shit's going on that
Yeah.
you don't even know about,
Yeah.
and you can't hear it.
And thing I'm doing right now is I'm doing a Let's Play of New Gundam Breaker. They speak Japanese, so I need subtitles to understand what the fuck is going on. And also there's some other like hidden stuff you can catch with
Yeah.
subtitles. Like there's whispering going on. Like what's going on? I didn't know what the fuck they
Yeah,
said.
exactly.
You get more of the story.
Normally, when I play a game, if it has the option, I'll turn on general subtitles along with cutscene subtitles.
Yeah.
That way I can hear the little comments that are getting made off to the side that, like you said, are just really whispered, and you can't... Normally you wouldn't be able to hear them because, first of all, you got to figure out where they're coming from and get over
Yeah.
there quick enough, and then it's just a better experience, in my opinion.
And it's better. You get everything. Like my thing is like experiencing the world. And some people say that, oh well, it's not really how it should be played because you shouldn't really hear what they're saying.
Well, then what's the point?
Yeah, it's like, well, someone made it. I want to fucking enjoy it.
They made it. They put it in there for a reason.
Yeah, and I want to be like, yeah, I caught that. Yeah, good job.
People need to be appreciated, damn it.
Yeah, pretty much. You got anything else?
No.
Anything you want to talk about?
Doesn't make me want to play back through this again.
I know, right? Like, this is the first time this has
As
run...
shitty as it is, but I mean,
like,
shit.
Yeah, oh my god, like, this is, like, legit the first time this has run well on Steam for me. I'm fucking amazed, because before I could not start this game up, and that's why I deleted it, if I recall.
I don't care about the target being watched. I'm
I think it's because you're...
here to eat them.
I think it's because you're not Heller. That's why it's like, oh, someone's being watched, you can't do nothing. It's a cool fucking game, like... Definitely...
Like we were saying earlier, it's one of the funner games to just do the most random bullshit things in just
Yeah.
to have fun. Yeah, once you've beaten the game and have all the powers, it's so much fun just to dick around in.
Being hopeful, and I know Activision probably won't do it, bring back Prototype, but there's a lot of video game series I really wish would be brought back.
Yeah.
Prototype, Dead Space, you got the Mercenaries games, just to name a few. One day, everything comes, everything old becomes new, everything new becomes old,
Eventually.
or whatever the fuck. We're trying to
Trying to sound intelligent.
We're trying to sound philosophical. We're not British or Australian, so we can't say anything important. But I think this is okay. Yeah, good stopping place, I think. How long it's been? We started,
Like 7-ish.
God, 3 hours pretty much. Fuck.
I told you.
I'm gonna have to listen through
Just
this
like
again.
last time.
I'm gonna have to listen through this again. I don't know. I may have to split this up into 2 videos. I don't know. I don't know how long it'll take to fucking bring this up.
Just do it like last time. Just one big fuck it.
Oh yeah, big fuck it. I think we need the trailer.
Get 2 more scientists to absorb.
I don't care. Ugh. We went from something nice and sweet to serious and back to something stupid. Let's get a good... Yeah. There we go. I think that's okay. Say goodnight, Josh.
Good night, guys.
Good night, everybody. Good night, Heller.